Howdy. Where's my partner?
Howdy.
Howdy.
How are we?
I'm good. I can't complain. It was a good Memorial Day weekend and, spent some time with the family and did some things and just kind of hung out. It was good. Remember it, remembering the people. I think there's like 81,000 MIA soldiers, man, from the wars. 81,000 people. We don't know what happened to them. It's kind of sad when you think about it. So let's all make sure we do think about them at least once. Those who gave their lives and still have never come home. So anyway, sorry we're a little late, guys. We were trying to get our shit together. I am, of course, Yank. Welcome to the Yank and Gutter pub. This is my co-host. You know her, the beautiful Gutter. We are coming live it's 8:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it must be 5:08 p.m. Pacific Time on 5/30/2023 on a Tuesday night. Getting ready to turn the page and start hurricane season down here in Florida. We're coming to you live, coast to coast and around the world as usual. Hurricane season starts tomorrow, the 1st. If tomorrow's the 1st, correct? Yeah, it must be. Right?
So that's what I have to remember when planning my first big RV trip. My first big RV trip is to Florida. I are my best friend there. So I have to keep all that stuff don't go during hurricane because we've never had to deal with a hurricane.
They are not fun. Well, there's something brewing out there already in the Gulf. I mean, there's a low chance that it's going to do something, but it's already doing it. It's already percolating out there. So I don't like that this early it's in the Gulf. Normally, they come from Africa, like everything else in plague, and come across the ocean and just wallop Florida that way. And then later on in the season, they'll start down in the Caribbean and then sometimes in the Gulf. Yes.
Well, like Bobby says, you better get your helmet.
With a propeller this time.
Can you hear me? Are we that?
Yeah, we're glitching a little bit. Yeah. We're glitching on my end. Am I glitching to you?
Yeah, I'm posting. No. Well, yeah, a little. I'm cutting out a little.
Yes.
Flat chested said I'm cutting out a little. Okay. So I am going to pin the link already and get out of YouTube. So hopefully some of that shit will stop. Hopefully.
Sounds good. Okay.
I don't know if it really works or not. I think I need to do the hard drive thing, but we'll see.
Oh. So in the meantime, as I said in the first comment, I was feeling generous. Everybody gets a huge pair of boobies tonight. Because I'm just feeling that good. So you get a boobie, and you get a boobie, and you get a boobie, and everybody gets a boobie. And share them, give them a squeeze, give them a pull, give them a tug. Weigh them out if you want, clank them together. It's all fun. So everybody gets a boobie prize tonight. But Chief gets an especially good one because he has never gotten a pair. Well, he's never been.
Maybe Chief gets two because,
No, he only gets one. Hair. Just one.
Oh, he only gets one. It's just okay, one. Chief. I don't think he's picky. He'll play with one. I'm fairly certain. There's no doubt in my mind he's okay with it. Anne's like, yippee, boobies! See, they make everybody smile, don't they, Anne? I'm telling
boobies are magic.
Make everybody smile.
Absolutely. So we got Chief. Oh, look, we got Gutter Girl. Gutter Girl was in here in the comments. Congratulations,
I was.
Chief. Very nice. Good job.
I said a set of boobie. He got a set of boobies, but I was wrong. You only get one. You only get one. Because I guess Yank gave out a whole fucking slew of them.
Yeah, I had to break the
17
package
to be
open. Some
exact.
flew all over the place. It was,
It's
was
right.
juggling them and
It's
shit.
fucking.
It's
It's
crazy.
raining boobies.
It's raining boobies. Hallelujah. It's raining boobies. Hey, hey. We got Mishka LeBear. She's in
Missy.
the house. Let's see. Oh, she's got a lot of things on her plate, so she may not be able to be here. She'll try to pop on later. Okay. Then we got
We
Kate.
will miss you, Mishka.
Have a good one today. Have to join the replay. Oh, another one. Working on Big Sis's birthday. Okay, you're working on a birthday. We can deal with that.
Kate.
Blunt Man. Yeah, hey. Handing out boobies. Yank is handing them out. Good. You get a titty. No, it's a boobie. It's not a titty. It's a boobie. We got Amanda in the house. Everyone just dropped to say hi. She's traveling.
Blunt Man, once you get it in your hands, I think you can call it anything you want.
You could call it married if you'd like.
Well, you probably won't have it in your hands then.
Yeah. So Amanda's traveling. She's in South Carolina, it looks like, visiting friends. Drinks are flowing. Woo, doggy. Yeah.
I thought she was going to Florida.
I thought so too. Maybe she's on her way. South Carolina is on the way here.
Well, true.
So she might miss the live. Oh boy, everybody's up. Sherry from Canada. Thank you for showing up, Sherry. Even when you're traveling, you hang out with us. So you're the cool kid. We
not the ones that are traveling and can't hang out with us. We understand totally, but we think it is really cool that Sherry made sure to hang out with us. Yes, every time. I mean, she hung out with us every time. She went out of
from what, Costa Rica or whatever the hell she was.
Yeah, Costa Rica is where she was the last time. That was her holiday. I like how she puts it.
It's a holiday.
Vacation versus a holiday.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
I'm never taking another fucking vacation.
I'm taking a holiday.
Holidays.
We got Lee Sugarbritches in the house. Hi, Lee. Good to see you. We got Ann in the house. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Everybody was wondering where we were. We got flat-chested female. Hi, girl. How you doing? Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Or breathing.
Or at least smiling a lot.
Yeah. Smirking. Yep. Who else we got? Yeah, we're late, Chief. I know. In the military, they taught us. What's that?
We ain't in the military, Chief.
You're in the army.
Don't get your boobie taken away.
Yeah. I'll pull that nipple right off, and you could just have a boob. And a boob with no nipple is no fun.
Your nipple right off.
That's right. What else? Oh, Bobby Bacalino. He's in the house. He's always here. What's up,
Wesley?
Dude? Thank you for coming.
I'm sorry, but we have somebody new. Wesley. Did you just change your name on YouTube, or are you like new to us?
I'm glad you like the monkeys. Flat chested. I'm glad you like the monkeys. I'm getting there. I'm getting down to them. Just trying to see if anybody said anything or who else was here. Let's see. Where's Tony? I don't know where Tony is, Ann. Went to Costa Rica Costco after work to pick up some gift cards and grab a dinner from the restaurant. It was such a hurry to get out of there. I forgot the dinner. Oh, geez. That's not good.
Tony incoming.
Oh, we got to change our spots. That's right. I'm on the wrong side.
What? Oh,
Missy,
for some reason that bugs Missy. It's Rick Incognito. Nuck and Fut said Wesley is Rick Incognito. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think Rick just wouldn't even say anything if he was coming incognito.
Thank you, Chief. Yes, tomorrow was 31st. I forgot there's one more day in the month. Don't go to summer. Don't go in. What's that? And don't go in the summer either, Gutter.
No, I'm not going to go when it's like they're super hot. Jesus. Usually Yank's bitching by the time it's February.
It's already 90s. It's already 90s. It's fucking gross.
And super muggy, huh?
Yeah. No fun. Jeez, I'm trying to just see. Knocking Futz. Okay. We got Mick. Thank you, Mick. Thank you, Knocking Futz. Thank you for coming. Tweak them nips. Yes. Boy, I didn't realize I was this far down. I didn't even read all this stuff.
That's what you said earlier.
I know. Wesley. Okay, there's Wesley. Howdy. Thank you for coming.
Or smiling a lot.
Thank you for coming. Smiling, grinning, diddling, flicking the bean, flicking
whatever
the
you're
bean.
doing, touching, feeling, sniffing,
tugging, choking, whatever.
Yanking.
I know, right? Yeah. We got there's Black Sheep. He's in the house.
And here this whole time you thought that my name was the dirty part of this.
I know, right? I did.
Pesky, licking, sucking. And just in case we missed any.
Right. Bobby was right. Yeah. Without nipples, boobies would be pointless. They really would. Who was saying last week was that they could hang
Getter sounds like a porn show. Well, what?
Someone was saying last week when they get cold, they could hang coats on theirs. Who was that?
Yeah.
I rolled a special cigar.
Wasn't mine.
No?
No.
Sherry's just having whiskey for dinner.
Missy.
Nice.
I'll bet it was, no, it couldn't have been Missy because she wasn't. Was she here last week?
I don't know. Hi, Chris.
I feel like she was gone last week. And I feel like she missed Rick's live too. Howdy, Chris.
Yank and Gutter sounds like a porn show. Yes. If my internet goes down one more time, I'm going to leave Elvis Presley on. What's that? Who's Blonde Man? If my internet goes down one more time, I'm going to leave Elvis Presley on and put on a fucking 38 slug in my router. I definitely get it. I understand, man. Those routers, they never work good. I don't mind the heat. It was 40 degrees Celsius, which is a made-up fairy word, and 104. I missed who?
Missy. She wasn't on Rick's. She wasn't at Rick's live last Saturday.
I got you. Hi, Chris. End of June, we go full into heat mode. Sherry, I don't mind the heat. It was 40 degrees Celsius in Costa Rica, 104. I just need shade and a blended drink. Yep.
Oh, no. I can't. Well, you know what?
Alcohol in the heat.
108 is about my limit. That's when I go, okay, I can't do this no more. But it's also a dry heat, and there's a big difference.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I'm up to everybody.
Nice, Chaz.
That's everybody. Everybody.
That's everybody.
All right. I really didn't have much to talk about tonight as far as the shit going on. I mean, I threw a couple of things up there. One was like the debt ceiling and the debt debate, and I don't know. I feel abandoned by the GOP. I feel like they suck and they just cave. They're just letting us roll down the hill a little slower. We'll see what happens. I mean, no deal has actually formally been signed as far as I know. Some GOPers. I'll tell you, man, I like that Chip Roy guy from Texas. Surprisingly from Texas. Texas just seems to be rolling over dead for everything lately. But yeah, that Chip Roy guy, he definitely has been fighting and making some good points whenever he is he a senator? No, he's a House Republican. So in charge of the purse strings, as far as I believe, yes. And yeah, where is Wasp?
I've been wondering about her for even last week. Like she wasn't on Rick. She wasn't on Rick's. and I have not seen her on Discord.
Uh-oh. Waspy,
so
if you're out there
she's
listening,
not feeling good.
Just give us a little jingle here. Let us know you're alive.
Yeah, I'm wondering if she's not feeling good.
Yeah. Well, if you're not, definitely we hope you feel better. Nuck and Futz, what's wrong with Texans, Yank? Well, let's start with the guys you keep putting in as governor. Wheels. Guy who can't stand up for himself. Ha ha. Look, man, it seems like there's a lot that can be done. Listen, and I've said it before. I don't know what the problem is as far as like the immigration over the border stuff. I really don't know what it's going to take. I mean, Texas is always talking about seceding from the United States, but yet you guys can't get together to like form a line at the border. You know, I don't understand what the problem is there. I'll be honest. If it was Florida, if people were coming over the line from Florida or Alabama, or I knew definitely when they were coming in on boats and where, I'd be standing on the shores or the line of Florida with a fucking rubber hose full of sand and just beating people back across. They can't come. Period. I know I'm going to get in trouble with the law and all that shit, but you know what? It's my country. And I feel like we either really need to start doing some things or we can just keep relying on the government to do nothing. And I don't care who's in it and who's not, who's running it and who's the figurehead, but nothing's going to be done unless people start taking steps. You know, oh, they put you in jail and I know. Dude, I get it, you know. But if you're not willing to stand up for something, you're going to fall for anything. And that's what's kind of happening. Texas has Republican give high seats to Democrats and trying to oust the AG. It's a fiasco. Yeah. What the hell's his name? The AG there. I can't remember. I was on the tip of my tongue earlier. It is what it is. I heard there was shenanigans with that guy. I don't know, campaign fund stuff. That's what I did hear. I don't know if it's true, but seems like something. And I also saw, what's with the Speaker of the Texas House? Did you guys see any of that video where the guy was like, they're saying he was drunk and he couldn't really speak when they were doing the counts for votes? He was and banging the gavel and shit. He was kind of weird. But I guess he kind of usually talks like that. I don't know. Very, very strange. I'm not going to day too much about New Yorkers are pissed and migrants settled and something. I don't know what he said there. And the Ellie will not have a good time. Oh, okay.
Mishka made it.
Hey, hi, Mishka. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. So, look, man, this and I can't give it in numbers because they're not giving official numbers on things, but the debt thing is really driving me bonkers. We know what we're looking at if we keep spending the way we're spending, and if we don't cut what we need to cut, and there's a lot of cuts that need to be made. I'm of the opinion, and weirdly as it sounds, I'm of the opinion of what Donald Trump said insofar as default. Now, I know that he didn't mean that because when he was president, they handed him budgets that were the utter shit. They sucked. And he spent money like a drunken salesman too. So he wasn't about to let the government go broke or default. But I think that should probably happen. I think he's correct. Do it now. It's going to be painful. It's going to be painful for me personally. It'll be painful for you. It'll be painful for everybody we know. It'll be a wreck on this country, and it'll cause a massive amount of chaos. But you know what it will do? It will probably save your children and your children's children if you do it now versus an utter collapse. And you start looking at that central bank digital currency option, the globalism stuff. I mean, that's bad. That's way worse than what could happen. Well, I mean, we default. Okay, we default. Well, who the fuck do we owe the money to, and what are they going to do about it? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, there's going to be, our money's going to be crap, and you're going to have to start over. But we can always go to something else, something like a gold standard, some kind of get off the petro, get off the narco dollar. I don't know. But I just know that things are unsustainable the way they are. And we should probably rip the Band-Aid off. That's what it seems to do. What it seems to need to happen. What do you think, Gunnar?
Yeah, I think we're just, you know what I think. Yeah, we're just at that point where all the hubbub and all the shit that we talk about, it just really, it means nothing until there's only one thing that can be done. There's only one thing. So all the other things that we talk about, I just feel like it's a waste of my brain cells that I seem to have a hard time rejuvenating. So I just don't think that, that anything's going to fix any of this. I think there's only one thing that's going to fix anything. And we all know what that is. So I don't know how else to fix. I mean, everything else is like you said, you're saying ripping off the Band-Aid. I'm saying they're just Band-Aiding shit.
Yeah.
Voting, everything, all of it. It's just a fucking Band-Aid for what really needs to happen.
Agreed. Yeah. It's a sad state of affairs. I mean, I hate to say it, and I've said it many times on this show. I think globalism has won. I think we've lost the culture war. I do think, and I put that in the comments as well, that but maybe, small victories where we can take them, right? It does appear that boycotting does have a positive effect in some areas. The boycotting of Budweiser, for instance, and Target seem to be having an effect anyway. I don't know if it's going to necessarily change anything, or that whole movement is just going to move to a different, corporate world or whatever. Mm-hmm. But, it shows that most of the country is not in favor of this crazy stuff. We kind of like the country the way it is, and they're not doing a very good job taking care of it. And, all we can do is small things. And well, I'm not going to get ahead of myself yet. So, yes, Nuck and Futz, I think you could just start shooting them if you succeed. I guess you could. I mean, I was listening to who was it? Someone was grilling Mayorkas in the Senate or the House, one of the two. And they were saying, why can't you just, minus the children, right? Minus the children, because you don't want to do that to the children. But why can't we just say, hey, if you're from Guatemala, wherever, not Mexico, you want to seek asylum, you don't get to pass through 5 other countries to seek asylum here. You seek asylum there. And we have that border policy where you from? Okay, nope, you got to stay in Mexico. It's basically titled whatever it was, but verbalized as a policy. And Mayorkas was like, yeah, but we need to check with the other country. We need to check with Mexico and have an agreement with Mexico for that. And whoever was grilling him was saying, no, we don't. No, we don't. Ask, does China have that with other people? Do other countries have that with other countries, that we have to check with you to make sure that you could take these people who are passing through your country to come to ours? No. So you could theoretically do this. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I hate that guy, Mayorkas. I can't stand him. What is he? Homeland Security? Homeland Secretary?
I He's a politician. He's
actually a bureaucrat. He's not elected. He's a bureaucrat.
Oh, well, regardless, he's
of,
fucking sucking government tit, so he needs to go. I don't care.
He's a real piece of shit. Because if his job is to protect the homeland, I mean, literally, he was being told there are millions of people, more people than ever since John Kennedy, I love that old guy, John Kennedy. He's funny. But he was the one who was grilling him, and he was saying, since the beginning of forever, this is the most people that have invaded this country and got into this country. Millions of people. And what's Mayorkas's answer to it? Well, we've also deported the most people ever. And it's like, yeah, but so what? Ooh, you don't like doing it, first off. And second off, you're still more people coming into the country than ever. So you're not doing a very good job. Don't point to the one thing that you are doing that makes it look like you're doing something good when you're not. You're doing a lousy job. That's how overwhelmed the border is. There needs to be troops. There needs to be howitzers and sniper nests and mines and a fucking wall and tanks and alligators and everything else at that border at this time. It does. It just does.
Bobby wants you to know that he officially boycotted Bud Light and Target.
I am proud of you, Bob. I know how hard that was to give up blowing your Bud Light cans the way you do. So I'm very proud of you, sir. Good for you. What did you start drinking? Miller Lite? Because that's like piss too. Gotta still taste that dick tip.
Well, and didn't Miller Lite do the same bullshit? Didn't they try to get in on the whole?
I don't know. Maybe. Christ, I don't know. I mean, it's gotten to the point where I can't keep up. I don't want to keep up. There's so much shit and so much craziness going on that it freaks you out, But hey, good for you, Bob. I'm glad you did. That definitely needed to happen. You were one of the last bandwagon guys to still be on that titty.
You're the last one holding out. That's because he was getting, fucking cases of beer for $1.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised at the Target stuff. Shit. I think they lost $9 billion in 10 days.
Fuck Target. I've hated Target. Ever since they started that whole bathroom shit, I said, fuck you, Target.
Yeah.
I told them to fuck off a long time ago.
That's right. It was Target that started that bathroom stuff.
Yeah, they pissed me off. I was done.
I mean, how would... I don't know. You figure in a capitalist society, everything would be about making money, but when they lose money and the market value, I believe, of $9 billion in 10 days, that's a pretty big hit. And so they're starting to move some of that merchandise from the front of the store to the back of the store, and some places are getting it out. But then I heard Kohl's is picking it up. Kohl's is going to start doing it as well. So,
well, they pissed me off a long time ago, and I can't remember. I think it was about Trump or something quite a while ago. So I had the only store credit card I ever had in my whole life was a Kohl's one, and I hadn't had it long. And I told them to piss up a rope, canceled my account. They pissed me off.
Yeah.
No, you know what it was? They wouldn't sell the My Pillows.
Oh.
From the My Pillow dude?
Yeah. So Bed Bath and Beyond did the same thing, and now their doors are closed.
Yep.
They've gone out of business.
Yep. Marvin keeps saying it. Go woke, go broke, you dumb fuckers.
Hopefully.
They are.
Hopefully.
They are.
Chris Bull says some migrants show up and ask for a job only in a country 2 months, has a work permit, driver's license, speaks no English, has no experience, wants $25 an hour. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one of these days, I've thought it many times. I mean, shit, you go to the Home Depot down here, any Home Depot, early in the morning, all day long. Back of the parking lot, it's loaded with people just lying around on the grass, hanging around, eating tacos, literally eating tacos and drinking weird drinks and just sitting out there waiting for people to pick them up to go to work. It's nuts. I don't know why ICE doesn't roll through there and go, okay, you, and you in the van.
Because then their job would be done and they wouldn't have jobs. So they, I mean.
I know. Yeah. I'm a lefty, knuckin' futz. Are you fucking serious?
He was being a smart ass.
Okay, good. Good. No, I would never block you or anything. I'm just saying you're crazy if you think you're lefty. But you know something, I'm decidedly right wing, but there are listen. If someone has a good idea for something, I'll listen to it. I don't care where it comes from. If it's a good idea, it's a good idea. So I'm not so in my camp where it's team sports and I can't ever root for a good play on the other team if they do a good job. So, whatever that means is what it means. I don't know. That's up to somebody else to think. But, yeah, I try not to be too stuck in my trench. I can't say there's a lot of lefty things I agree with. I don't. I kind of agree with the idea of live and let live, but I believe that bullying has a place. I believe that social pressure has a place. I believe that neighborhoods should be able to call out the bad guy in the neighborhood. I believe in freedom and liberty. I believe in reform the cops a bit and the justice system. I think that's a little screwy. I think it's really getting weird with the left, the way they're doing it. I do believe that we should be able to help out the least fortunate among us, Americans, the citizens of America. I do believe that, no one in this country should probably go hungry. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. I don't think that someone should. I don't think that if you get like cancer, I don't think you should have to choose between food and your cancer medication. Those are lefty things, I guess. But to the point where like socialized medicine, no. But like make the shit affordable. I don't see why we pay more in America for meds and the same meds somewhere else they pay less. I don't. What the?
First of all, under my way of thinking,
yes,
there wouldn't be the cancer that there is. They wouldn't even have to worry about it because there wouldn't be the cancer that there is. That shit, it's all fed by sugars. I mean, I don't know how else to get it through people's heads. And I'm terrible for it. Trust me, I'm first one with a sweet tooth. And I want all that artificial sugar shit. But it is the cancer feeding. It's the food of cancer. It is.
And I'm on Twitter. Well, I have a Twitter account, and whatever kind of scrolls through my, I don't know, I follow like 14 people, so I can't have like this really diverse one yet. But whatever scrolls through my thing, I saw a pretty interesting video. I think it was about 20 minutes long, and I reposted it on my Twitter feed, retweeted it or whatever the hell it's called. And you guys could probably go and find it there at Yankee Redneck. And anyway, it's regarding oils, cooking oils, and how when we, in the early 20th century, we started to figure out how to do cottonseed oil and corn oil and all these oils, extracts from the germs of these and seeds of these plants, the byproduct of these manufacturing processes of certain things. And we started marketing these oils, which were called, I don't know, whatever, vegetable oils, right? And we used to use beef tallow, we used to use pork lard, and we used to use butter. Now, granted, our cholesterol levels and triglycerides levels used to be higher. But prior to with the introduction to vegetable oils, which oxidize through light and heat very easily and cause free radicals within your system, we did not know about heart attacks and strokes and heart disease prior to vegetable oils introduction. We had higher, like I said, triglycerides and cholesterols in our systems. One of the things I found fascinating was that in this video, they explained that to like I said, they oxidize these vegetable oils oxidize very easily through heat and light. In the process of making vegetable oils, they heat them up to over 400 degrees multiple times in multiple steps to get through the process. And just before the final process, if you were to taste vegetable oils of any kind, they would be rancid and disgustingly gross. They have to go through this final phase where they like decontaminate and heat up the shit again to over 500 degrees and add flavors to it and take out the foul tasting stuff. So you're getting this shit that you think is good for you, and it's horrible. Canola oil, all that shit. Crisco, I forget what the hell Crisco actually stands for, but it's a mash of two words of how they make this stuff, and it's so bad for you. It's basically one molecule away from plastic like margarine is. It's gross. Don't eat the shit. You're better off with butter, lard, and beef tallow, which I'm going to start looking into. I'll just have to yell at
So you're saying like olive oil and all that shit's not good?
Olive oil was the only one that was within the vegetable oil family that was relatively good. But it still does oxidize. That's why it's in a green bottle. That's why you're told to keep it in cold and in the dark. Because
so what about like coconut oil?
I think coconut oil was also pretty good. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back. Like I said, it was a 20-minute video, and when I watched it, and I was fascinated. But all the other ones, grapeseed oil, all these oils that come out are all byproducts, and you don't want them. And the things they do is they start a cascade chain of sickness within you, of all kinds of things. And one of them, I believe, also was cancer, which is why your cancer with the sugar kind of got me thinking about it. But you guys could go on Twitter, if those are on Twitter, and look up Yankee Redneck, and you'll see my ugly mug in the little picture, and scroll back. It's only a couple days behind, so check it out. Wesley Yank, we are all these people allowed to come here illegally? Bad here in California. Why are all these people allowed to come here illegally? I don't know. They use a lot of excuses, man. And one of the biggest ones is they say that our birth rates are too low to sustain the population. Now, I would argue that the reason that our birth rates are so low are a couple-fold reasons. One is the culture has been that women need to work to get the tax money, to give to the government. They've been sold this lie of sell yourself and you can have it all. Sell yourself to this company, give your best years, your prime years to have a child, and maybe you'll be able to afford one if you get a husband. But most women, you don't need no man anyway. So there's that whole culture thing. But also, if they re-incentivized, if they swapped it around, instead of incentivizing single parent households, instead of all the goodies that people who probably shouldn't, because they're not in a position to have children, having children, they get the goodies. Instead, why don't we do what other countries do and promote a nuclear family and give that family tax cuts to have children? That seems to me would be one of the biggest ways we could help reduce this thing where we're not making enough babies to sustain ourselves, thus tax money, thus Social Security, thus goodies and pensions and all that kind of shit. So I think that's the way. But I think that's the main reason for it. I think the other reason is obviously they say on our side that the illegal immigrants are going to become a huge voting bloc for the Democrats. I don't know about that, if that's true or not, because what I tend to see a lot with people, especially from Central America and South America, they tend to be very family, right? They're a cohesive family unit, nuclear families. They tend to be religious. They tend to be pretty conservative in a lot of areas. I believe that maybe the second generation after them, their children, will probably be voting Democrat. I'm not sure if the first gen that comes over is necessarily going to be a Democrat. What do you think about that, Gutter? Do you think that's...
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Okay, cool. So, we get a lot of things. I don't understand when we had immigration, for one thing, whether it be pre-64 or 65, whenever that act was made, where we changed from the majority of people coming from Europe, now we take mostly immigrants from South America and poorer countries, whatever it was. Back in the day, when we had immigration, Ellis Island, that whole deal, we were trying to fill up a continent of people, a continent we were trying to fill with people. We have a full country now. I don't understand why we have not somebody had the conversation, at least, that, like, do we still need immigration? Because now it's almost like this thing with, you talk to any politician and they don't want to touch this issue. They just automatically kind of default to, well, we have to have immigration and we have to take people from other... Why? Are we not a diverse country now? We have everybody from every corner of the world lives here. And, you can argue about who's the majority, who's the minority, all that kind of shit. You can argue that shit, but it doesn't matter. We're still diverse. I mean, you could go anywhere in any state you live in any city you live in and find every single kind of food from every place in the world at your fingertips. That's a sign that your country is diverse, because food is one of the major things that everybody agrees on, everybody eats. We all take pleasure in learning other cultures through food. So I don't see why we have to be a country of immigrants anymore. We're always going to technically be a country of immigrants. We don't need any more. And it has nothing to do with I'm better than them or anything. It's just, my country's full, man. What's the number? What's the population that you guys would be happy with?
Yeah.
Do we need to be armpit and armpit like China? 1.5 billion or 6? I mean, that's crazy.
And as a country, I don't think we necessarily have to explain. We're done. We don't want any more. We're fucking closed, okay? Fucking the open sign is now switched. It's closed. Go away.
That's right. It's like the bar thing. Closed.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
That's right. It's time to go.
Yep.
So wow. David, he says freezer food is killer. It definitely kills testosterone. So, David, I'm curious as to what you think about freeze-dried food then. If you think that kills testosterone as well. I'm going to the bottom.
Interesting.
That's what he said.
Interesting. Where's the day? Now, I hate to be one of the... Cite the source, please. Where did you hear that freeze-dried food or frozen food reduces testosterone? Because as far as I know, a frozen food, it holds on to its nutrients and whatever caloric density better than a canned food does. Because canned has to be semi-cooked to get the pathogens out and put in a can. Whereas frozen food is just kind of rinsed and boom, put in a can. I think. I mean, it depends on the food, I guess. You're talking frozen McNuggets versus frozen peas and corn. There's a difference. I would never eat frozen nuggets.
I know freezer food and freeze dried food is totally different. That's why I'm asking. Actually, if you want to save on your freeze dryer, though, if you put it in the freezer and get it hard before you put it in your freeze dryer, it saves on your freeze dryer. Just saying.
Say that again.
So if you have a freeze dryer and you stick the food that you're going to freeze dry into put it on like a cookie sheet and put it in the deep freeze and let it freeze that way first, and then put it into your freeze dryer, it's not so hard on your you're not using up so much of your freeze dryer. In other words, it takes less use of your freeze dryer. You save on it by freezing the stuff first.
Oh, so I remember you saying that you were talking about getting a freeze dryer. You didn't get it yet, correct?
No, I am definitely pondering the whole situation.
Now, I do know that I think the one that you were talking about also is a vacuum, right?
No, it's just straight up. No.
Okay.
No, it's just a freeze dryer, and it's a pharmaceutical freeze dryer, though, the one that I was looking at. Now I'm looking at another one because that one's sold. Marvin couldn't shit or get off the pot. So I'm looking at another one, but I'm trying to weigh my odds. I'm trying to decide whether it's worth it or not, whether, the food comes out as nutritious, and, if shit comes to shove, that's my biggest thing, is try to get the most nutrition into a bag of shit. That's not going to, I can't do it. I can't put it all in the freezer, and I can't take jars of shit canned with me if all shit breaks loose. So that's my whole point to that. So I'm just trying to figure out whether it's just as good to freeze dry it or just dry it. And so everything that I have researched is freeze drying is the way to go. Yeah, Harvest Right is the one I've looked at. That's the brand I've looked at, Pesky. I've actually looked at a couple different brands, but that's the brand that has got the best reviews. So I will definitely, but I usually don't buy anything brand new. I mean, little stuff is one thing, but not usually bigger items. I will try to find it used and let somebody else pay that bigger price for it. I'll pay the smaller one, thanks. So I just seen one for $2,500 versus the $3,200 for the pharmaceutical one. Was $3,200. So yeah, they're not cheap. And you need these Mylar bags that you use to put all your food in. That's what helps keep it for 25 years or longer or whatever. And so, I mean, there's definitely an expense with it, but there's an expense with anything. I mean, if you can, you got to get the fucking jars and the lids and the rings and, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So
learn how to can, for one thing.
And a canner. Sure. And I got to tell you that I'm not much of a canner. It's always scared the hell out of me.
Really?
Yeah, that whole pressure cooker thing, it scares me. I do have an Instapot though, so I am going to can some stuff this year, because with the garden and stuff, I want to make sure. So I am going to try canning in my Instapot this year. So, and my garden is in for whoever else. I got 3 pepper plants that I need to plant, but otherwise we're in like Flint, and those are actually going to go in pots. I'm hoping I can save them because they are, what did I say they were, Yank? Heirloom.
Yeah. Heirloom.
Heirloom.
They got short curlies on them.
It says heirloom though. That's
an H. Spelled with an H.
Yeah, I fucking hooked on what phonics worked for me. Damn it.
Couple things.
first, and the diabetes sure went on the rise at the same time. High fructose corn syrup started going into all the foods.
Yep.
Yes, that was one of the things that was discussed as well in that video that I watched. But also at the same time, again, the vegetable oils were also suspect with insulin resistance, obesity, and diabetes. So it's, I listen, again, it's Twitter. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? That's some of the stuff you got to really kind of take with a grain. What I try to do before I post something, especially in the Twitter stuff, is because it's just so easy to go hit retweet. I usually go into the comments immediately on something. If there's an article or something, or somebody writes something that I find is interesting like that, I will go to the comments of the original post and start reading what the people are saying. And a lot of the times you'll figure things out like, oh, this is really old. Oh, this video isn't what it portrays to be. Oh, this person is flat out wrong. You know what I mean? And it's like, huh, all right. So I was going to fucking pass this along to people, but I didn't want to be the idiot who did that. So you got to kind of do a little bit of homework. You can usually figure it out. Some people will say shit just to say shit, but you can find out the people who do know will make it obvious that they know what the fuck they're talking about. Versus,
but it's really just like with anything. It's like with any social media. I mean, if you know it's a fucking lie, don't post that shit.
Right. And I've caught a few times people that I follow or whatever will post stuff, and it's like, boy, you didn't really look into that at all, did you? Because that's not really what you're saying. It's saying or saying.
Oh, I definitely posted. I've posted stuff and went back and went, let me just delete that. That's fucking wrong. I mean, I know some stuff I'll go, okay, this was bullshit. Sorry. And then I'll go back and delete it in a little while. Or sometimes I just write out, delete it. Or sometimes I just fuck it. I don't. But,
right.
I don't really want to be posting shit that's not truthful with, I mean, not everything can you have facts put right with it or whatever. And I'm not good at just sitting there and typing all that shit out. So, I mean, I could, but I don't have the patience to. So for me, it's like, yep, here's what I found out. And if you want to know more about it, go look for this shit yourself. But I try not to, if I know it's not true, no, it's not truthful, then I'm not going to post it. So everybody's talking about, get a pressure cooker and use that, and the stack can, and you can stack the cans and double up way better. I get that, Chris, but I don't. Cans, if something shit goes to shove, I know about you, but I am not stuffing jars in my backpack. So I want stuff that's easily that I can stuff into backpacks or take easily, and a bunch of cans goods is not necessarily. I mean, jerky, I'm not taking a covered wagon.
Jerky is good. One of the things that I have packed away for extreme emergencies is we have everything in a soup, and it's in a pouch, and it's also in mason jars. But all you got to do is add water to it. It's the whole soup. It's all the beans and dried fucking stuff that my wife made it. And so that I look at that as probably one of the best carries with you kind of food as a soup, because it has everything in it. So especially the protein. So I think that would probably be a good idea. What I wanted to mention real quick too, and the reason that I asked you about the vacuum on your deep freezer, what do you call it? Freeze dryer.
Freeze dryer.
The reason that I asked that is because you can freeze something and not necessarily pull the moisture out of it. When you freeze dry something, you're trying to get as much of the moisture out of it as possible. And one of the things, I guess, you can kind of correlate it with, like, if you went into space, it's freezing cold in space. But in the vacuum of space, water evaporates. So if you went up there without a suit all your liquids inside you would evaporate out, and you would become a dry, mummified, frozen thing, which is basically what you want your food to do, correct? In a freeze dryer, I think, right?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, me too. I'm totally assuming. I'm just spitballing. But I do think that I remember seeing one that had a pretty substantial door on the front of it with a fucking kind of lock to close it, and it did take some of the air out of it to bring it down in pressure in there, and that helped pull the moisture out along with the cold and made it work faster. Because I've tried dehydrating shit. What a pain in the ass that fucking thing is.
Well, and I know that the difference between dehydrating and freeze drying, you definitely lose more nutrition in drying, in dehydrating stuff. So that was kind of, I mean, my cousin's daughter, she's pretty smart little chickie, and she really researched the freeze dryer, and so that's kind of where I've learned most of what I've learned, other than my own research of stumbling onto shit. But I think the biggest part is the expense of it. I mean, you have to buy a 2,500. It's the very cheapest probably. I think they do have them. Like there's a really small one that's a little cheaper, like 1,600 or something maybe. But it wouldn't be something for just me. It'd be for my entire family. I mean, my kids are all right here. So this is something that, and my kids would never let me take the expense of everything when they're when they know they're going to. So
benefit from it. Yeah.
It's a thing where it will benefit about 12 of us or 10 of us. So, yeah. And then as they grow and get more. But yeah, I think it's, I think it might be worth it. I know it would be worth it. It's just, there's a lot of work to it. You got to be willing to do all that work to keep up on that. So, you see that there's raspberries on sale, and so you buy a whole bunch, and then you take them home, put them in your freezer, lay them all out on a cookie sheet, put them in your freezer, let them freeze, and then throw them in your dehydrator. And then when they get done dehydrating or freeze drying, then you got to pull them out and you got to put them into bags with the moisture thing that you stick inside the bag. And then they've got to be put away into totes or whatever you're going to, keep all your bags in, your food in. So, but yeah, I mean, so there is a process that you got to do, and you got to be willing to do all that. And it's like, okay, I want to travel. Damn it. Yeah. I can't plan all this shit and do all this shit if I'm not home. So
I know.
But
it's decisions. Do you turn left? Do you turn right? What are we doing?
I know. I know.
Spooky.
It is. And we have the what the hell do you call that thing? The vacuum seal.
Yep.
Hi, Hal. We didn't even see you in there.
I know. What was he hiding out back there? Is he in?
He's in. I can feel him. He's in. Howdy, Al.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, I've never looked into this or done this, but what about, isn't it salting? Think back to like the old
is
West.
Another preservative. Yes.
Yeah, like before electricity and that, when they used to get in the horses and wagons and go for weeks at a time, I think that's how they did it.
Yeah.
Yes. Heavy salt. Yeah. A lot of it was dry smoked with a salt covering over it. You pack it in salt and hang it out to dry. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I don't know how that tastes afterwards, but
That's what I was gonna say, right? Like, yeah, salt.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't like salt, but
yeah,
I mean,
I
I mean,
like
I remember seeing them. You know, they'll take the raw meat. I don't know if it's you can do it with ham or beef or whatever, but you know, they just take and rub the salt all over it, and isn't it like cool, dry, dark room or something you got to keep it in?
Yeah,
something
I
like
think
that.
So. Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
think back
not,
of what they did
you know.
before electricity. But yeah, I'm a big fan
One
of
of the other things too that was a big
dehydrating
preservative. Another big preservative was vinegar. Things were soaked in vinegar, and that preserved a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Missy said you have to rinse it prior to cooking it.
So you're washing the salt off?
Yeah, after, when you're ready to cook it.
Oh yeah. You don't leave all that salt on it for sure. I've seen some things that are salted that have like an inch of salt crust all the way around. You don't even know what it is. You gotta, you have to like bust the salt off the thing, and it's a ham hock, you know, or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, like pepperoni too.
So you do dehydrate in hell? Yep.
Yeah. I could live on jerky.
Tell us about what you do. Oh.
How do you make your jerky? The biggest thing is you got to get it sliced real thin. The thicker it is, the longer it's got to stay in there. I mean, that thing's just basically a round hair dryer with different levels. Yeah. And then it just depends on what you soak it. You can even leave it just plain. But you know, you can dehydrate anything. You can even put we've put banana chips in there and that, and made that too. You know what else was really good? Most dehydrators have the trays with the slats in it, with, you know, the slits, so that the hot air just goes up through it. Then you can get like solid plastic trays, and we take like strawberries, blueberries, things like that, and put it in a blender and just, you know, pretty much make it into a liquid, pour it in there, and it makes, you
leather.
I guess some people call that, but it's like fruit roll-ups.
Yeah. Yum.
They're very good.
That's cool.
Oh, and way better for you than any of the, you know.
Yeah, and will last forever.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to think, what is in the thing that the Indians used to make, and it's called pemmican. The indigenous people of the Americas made this stuff called pemmican. And I think it was a fruit like what you're talking about, and something else. And you could live off the shit.
I was just watching a show. And it was about one of the reservations.
Can someone Google that? Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, it's called pemmican. I'm not sure how to spell it. Pimkin, maybe? Pimikin? Or PIA? Pim? PIM? Maybe AK?
It's going back to pumpkin, so that's not how it's spelled.
No, something else.
Pimmican. Yeah. Pimmican.
No, it's
we're allowed to say Injuns, David.
You can say
what does it do?
Oh, PEMICAN. Try PEMICAN. Mick says. Try that.
2 M's?
Jake's here. Jake, 3%.
Howdy, Jake.
It looks
also,
like
Wes Robinson's here. Yeah.
It looks like what?
Burger. It's weird. It's.
Some look like burgers. Some
dried pounded meat. Let's see. Mishka says a paste of dried and pounded meat mixed with melted fat. Yes, Melted fat and other ingredients are originally made by North American Indians and later adopted by Arctic explorers. Yes, you can literally live off this stuff, and it lasts
like
forever.
Grains. Looks like it's got grains in it.
It might.
Too.
I think it does.
You want me to click on a recipe?
I mean, you can if you want to. I mean, I'm not.
Missy said she'll pass on pemmican. It's if you're starving, Missy. You'll eat it. Shut up.
Some of it looks like jerky, like bacon, and
right.
Chief said the stuff tastes terrible. We call it Indian chew. Huh.
So
they've got jerky here. Pemmican jerky.
Oh, nice.
Glorified hardtack. Right, Chris. That's basically, I would say that's what it is.
Now, I've never tried
that hardtack. That hardtack is fucking bad. That's nothing but flour and water, man. And it's like a concrete block. I have tried a hardtack cracker, and holy shit, trying to bite through it. I thought my head was going to break. It was just going to right up the side of my head. Like a cartoon, Tom and Jerry, you know. Ugh, gross.
Yeah, this looks like something like the meat is minced up or something.
Yes, it is. It's like a hamburger with the fat and other ingredients. Yep.
Yeah. Anytime I've dried something, I've always sliced up, like a solid steak thing, but I've never tried to take like hamburger meat or nothing like that. I mean, I'm sure it'll do it.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to taste, the texture is definitely going to be different because you're not like biting off a chunk and,
it's going to be like eating a hamburger.
Or what are those, like Slim Jim sticks that's already minced up, and when they do, it's probably more like that.
Probably. What?
David said he'd eat it. He's had his tongue on things he shouldn't have anyway.
I was going to say the same thing, man. I was going to say, hey, I get hungry enough, I'll eat anything. So, yeah. I think, what's this about guns? Probably New York would be a gold mine with all those gun laws of criminals and a small percentage that aren't left-wing idiots or cops. Oh. I think Florida's getting ready in 2 days. I think it's in 2 days. The 1st of June. I think it goes into effect his semi-constitutional carry. So you can carry without a permit, open carry. And without having to go to training or anything else. You still got to do the background check. But, yeah. So, open carry. No, yeah, open carry.
Yeah, Idaho has that.
If you want a concealed carry, you still need a license. I'll be keeping my permit. Just anyway, I'll keep that up anyway, because in case I got to go to another state, I still want to be able to take if I can, if there's reciprocity. So
I'm debating on whether I want to keep mine going or not. I don't know.
We'll see. You should. You got yours in a couple.
I got 3.
Right?
I have 3.
3.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have, and it covers every state except for Washington State. Washington State, you have to get
that's
your
the
own
thing to do is
Washington.
Yeah, that's the thing to do is figure out which states would be advantageous enough that have the most reciprocity, so you get only a couple and you pretty much cover yourself.
Yeah, see, I went through a guy that the guy that helped us with our concealed weapons, he actually he already knew the formula on which states it was that we would need, and being from Oregon and all of that, and so he helped us with all of that. I mean, he literally got me, because of his instruction, I was able to get my permit in each state. I have a conceal here, and then in Utah, and then Arizona.
Very cool.
Yep.
Lunchman D says have to wait 3 days to take home purchase. No thanks. Keep the permit. Yeah, I get it. Bobby keeps saying, he's said this many times, it's much easier to buy an illegal machine guns than a pistol. Than a pistol in New York. I thought you were going to say it's easy to get machine guns in New York. I'm like, well, hook me up, brother. Hook a brother up.
Just get an FFL.
Yeah. You know, I've thought about it, but who? Me?
Yeah.
You need more than just an FFL to have a fully machine gun. You have to.
No.
You have to have an LLC. You have to have.
No, that's for a Class A.
I did talk to a guy. Yeah, because you need the Class A to have a machine gun.
Class A, Class 1, whatever they want to. Mine's a 2. I can still get one.
You can?
Yeah, you don't have to be a business.
Between a 1 and a 2, or an A and a B, huh?
Class 1 would be a business that you're open to the public. You have a store.
Okay. I thought down here in Florida, I thought they said that's the only way to do it down here for some. I was talking to the guy and he was like, yeah, you got to have an LLC. You got to have. There was something too about you can't sell. You got to be able to like transfer or some shit. I forget what the whole deal was. It was a big cluster.
No,
fucking tons
I
of money.
can buy or sell in any state.
Well, hook me up, brother.
All you got to do is fill out the paperwork. I mean, it's going to take a few months. It's going to take a few months, but just fill out the paperwork.
Okay, deal.
Missy says we've already went over this, Yank.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have we? Have we already gone over this? I'm sorry.
She just wants you to realize that this has already been told to you and needs to stick this time.
Hey, you do drugs. Maybe it's you. Maybe you thought you told me something and you didn't.
She doesn't do them. She eats them.
Shit. Hey, Pesky, what's going on? Same thing. The guy, Dragon Man. Oh, Dragon Man out west. Yeah, he's got that dude has. That's the guy with the most weapons, American with the most weapons. Seen that guy in a video. It is crazy the amount of shit that guy
does. Here she comes. Here she comes. Get him.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, you know what I got, though? I got a mute button.
Hal explained this, and I explained this and agreed with Hal a month ago.
Oh, well, that shit, it's all right then.
Seriously, really? You don't remember this? Do you have a bad memory?
Oh, not really. I do.
No, but he was probably drunk.
Give me a break.
You're not that old.
That too. I'm old enough to know better. Doesn't mean I do, though.
You just ain't young enough to get it anymore.
I don't know. Did we talk about this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
You still got to go through all the paperwork.
You jerk.
Yeah. I mean, after you get your FFL, you still have to go through the paperwork, but it doesn't take no time at all. You don't have to wait the 6 months, 9 months, whatever, and all that. But you still have to pay the $200 stamp on it. And once the thing is, once you get a
stamp, that also covers the suppressor. Go ahead.
Once you get a federal license, you're not limited to just your state. You can carry it across lines, any state, even downtown New York. Think of it this way: you can carry your gun anywhere. Federal.
Well, how do you do that? What do you do? How do you do this? What the fuck did I mess around with?
Apply for a federal license. It's basically anywhere a federal agent can carry their gun, you can too. And they can't tell you no.
That makes perfect sense to me. Huh.
How much is a federal license, Hal?
$5,000.
No, it was nowhere near that. It was like $250 back in.
Oh, was that all?
Back in the day, he said.
This was back in '93.
Well,
I've had mine since '93.
It can't be that much more.
You fucking Fed.
Hal's a Fed. Hal's a Fed. We've been saying it for a while.
He's a glowy. He was in January 6th wearing khakis. I saw him.
It's his ship right there.
One of them was.
You don't hear argument, do you?
Which one, Hal?
Well, they're all the Iowa class, but the second one back, the BB-64 USS Wisconsin, I was on that ship.
Damn.
That picture it's actually a painting of an old picture that somebody did. I love it. I wish I had a real picture to hang on the wall. That picture was taken June 7th, 1954. It was the only day in history the four big girls ever sailed in formation. And it was said the leaders of all countries in the world wanted, minute by minute updates on where those ships were going. It was the biggest show of military force the world had ever seen. The four biggest battleships in the world were all sailing in formation.
Else, man.
There's no port in the world that would have survived.
That's my dad's birthday.
That was what? The Oklahoma?
Iowa, New Jersey, Wisconsin.
Missouri.
The Iowa, New Jersey, Missouri, Wisconsin.
In that order. Okay.
BB-61, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah. Amazing.
And actually, they call the Wisconsin the whiskey.
Yeah. Anytime I catch footage, and I do often. Go ahead. Finish.
Oh, they call it the whiskey because the Wisconsin was in a little bit of an accident, and it ripped half the lower section of the bow off, and they didn't end up building the Kentucky, which would have been the 65. So they cut the bow section off the Kentucky and welded it onto the Wisconsin. The Wisconsin's actually a few feet longer than all the rest of the ships. When they were built, all four were the sister ships.
Amazing.
Are you serious?
How much?
Yep.
How?
Bro, no. Mick said
fire
that.
Control room. What?
Yeah, 200 to 3,000.
Depending on class 1 to 11. What's yours, Hal?
2.
So like, the higher you go, the more it costs?
I don't know that either.
What, Mick, what's the difference? Can't you just have a one and go everywhere?
You wouldn't need a one unless you were a business open to the public. I never knew there were 11. I only thought there were 3.
And I mean, but good luck trying to get a hold of a fully automatic weapon. Do you know what one of those things would cost? Crazy money. So you spend for the license, you do the paperwork, you do the tax stamp, and then you try to, Christ, if I wanted a fucking Tommy gun, I'm going to spend fucking 15 grand, 30 grand.
See, you're thinking about older weapons that were already made and back behind the 82 or whatever. But with the I can go down right now and order an M4 or a Mark 18 from Daniel and get a brand new one. Why would you? why would you want to spend time looking for an older one?
Because I'm cool.
Yeah, see,
I want to shoot with a fedora on.
The only way without an FFL to get a full automatic is an older one. If you have an FFL, you can buy a brand new one.
And what it was, let's say, a new Kalashnikov cost, if you can get them.
I don't know.
What would a?
I'm not an AK fan or nothing like that.
Oh, fuck those Russians.
I mean, if you went to Daniel or H&K or something, you know, bought a 416, it's probably going to be $5-6 grand. It's probably still going to be cheaper than an old one, which is, you know, like probably considered historic now.
Yeah, well, that's why they're hard to find. Yeah,
I mean, I'm not a collector.
But they do.
I use everything. Yes. But I use everything that I have. I'm not a collector. So I don't care if it's old. I'd rather have something new and modern, more accurate.
What was the because I knew a guy who was a lawyer, and he was also in a motorcycle club that I have in whatever. And he had, every now and then he would bring it to the club during the cookouts and stuff. And it was the belt-fed, 1901 or something like that, that it was the it was like a Maxim, but it wasn't liquid cooled. It didn't have the shroud on the front where you pump water in through it, but it did have like single pistol grip in the back, and it was, and I believe it was a 7.62 round.
Was it a U.S.
and it sat on a
European?
tripod? The fucking thing. I believe it was U.S. I believe it was U.S. And that thing was fucking pretty wild, man. When he took that thing and started rolling, but he had the license for it and everything too. So that was really interesting. I'm trying to think. It was like, like the 1897, or it was like when they first came out.
They were usually named after the year they were made or invented.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can't remember the exact name of it, year of it. It wasn't 1911, but
1918 bar,
I think, or 1890 something. No, that's the Browning automatic rifle.
Oh, I was just reading off.
That's a nice rifle. Yeah, Chief said that too about the bar. That was Bonnie and Clyde had one of those, or a few of those. They were also shot with those.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are pretty wicked weapons.
So I'd take a 240 over that. Or even a SCAR.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, SCARs are pretty cool. But they all seem so much more delicate than something like a bar does, like getting for a baseball bat.
Hi, Lady Nuke. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Hey. Or just smiling a lot. Mishka, she said she just looked at the application to get a federal license, and it's either a dealer, a pawnbroker, collector, etc. Doesn't look like just a regular Joe can get it.
Right, that's one above mine. See, I always thought there was only 3, a class 1, 2, or 3. Mine's a 2, or it.
That's what I thought, Hal.
I don't know if the one above mine is a 1 or a 3. I'm not sure how the numbers worked. But yeah, the only reason you would need to go.
The only thing, though, man, like you really don't need. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you really, unless you have a store, you don't need that big one. I am talking. Are you on a delay?
Yeah, he's on a delay.
Shut up, Yank. Shut up.
I got mine so I can carry it wherever I wanted, to any state.
Should I talk?
Is he done?
Class 3, you can get autos.
I don't see much of a need though for automatic weapon. I kind of don't.
I don't either.
I just want to be able to go every place, and I don't.
A full auto weapon is gonna. I mean, grazing fire, fine. Head down fire, fine. But you're just gonna kind of chew through the ammo, and to be able to feed a full auto in a shit down situation, man, that's a lot of ammo. You're just gonna chew right through. You're gonna end up relying on the spray and pray method. Well, that's.
I mean, I carried one, but I never used it. And I tell you what, one thing that make your ass pucker is being pinned down by a belt
fed. 7 miles away. Well, that's what grazing fire, suppressive fire. Absolutely. That's about the only thing it's good for.
Yeah, I ran into that one time, and I didn't want to do that again.
I saw somebody said in the comments here earlier, everybody should have the right to have a grenade. I agree. Grenades are fantastic. I like grenades. I like the pointed enemy. What do you call them things? Oh, I forget. I'm getting old. I can't remember shit. What do they call those? You know, the flat, slightly rounded pointed enemy. They shoot ball bearings out when it explodes. What the fuck do they call those?
A mine?
Yeah, well, it's like a mine, but you set it up and it's got a trip. You can either use a tripwire or a detonator in your hand.
Yeah, it's a claymore. It's a mine.
What the fuck? Claymore, yes. Thank you. Yes, Claymore.
I want to share, not to interrupt you guys. Hey.
What are you going to show us?
Go ahead.
Share. I saw this video the other day, and it was about McDonald's French fries. Now, I like McDonald's French fries and hash browns. Mm-hmm. So they make them. They only get Idaho potatoes, right. And they have no blemishes. There's no black marks on French fries in McDonald's. And what they do is what's it called? Treat them.
McDonald's is sugared.
Everything's sugared. They treat them though. And then they have to put them in these gas houses as big as football fields for 6 weeks.
Yes.
Oh, you knew that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The only thing I know about the McDonald's is when, I can't eat McDonald's, Burger King French fries. I can't eat anybody's French fries anymore since they switched from the trans fat they used to soak the shit in to this fucking crap they're doing now that makes them taste disgusting.
Yeah, they were soggy and crispy and with all the grease. They were good. They were really good.
My second favorite is the curly fries from Arby's.
Arby's.
At McDonald's, I only want the quarter pounder with cheese plain.
Oh, I like the Egg McMuffin with no bacon, the Canadian bacon. No.
And then I take off one of the buns, and that's what I eat is the patty and one bun because I don't want
the top or the bottom bun.
It doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
She eats the patty in the middle.
I like the top
meat in the middle.
Bun. Is better than the bottom bun.
Yeah, it all depends. If it's real sticky and it's on the bottom bun, then I'll eat the bottom bun. But yeah, you're right. I usually end up eating the top bun. But I figure I can cut out some of those carbs by not eating it.
I try not to eat the bottom bun.
Fuck. Man,
who has a White Castle? I will not eat anyone's buns.
Who has a White Castle?
Such a liar, Yank.
I don't have a White Castle, but I've tried to eat those White Castle burgers and they look so good. Like one time the kids were like, "Oh, Mom, get these. Let's see what they're like." So we grabbed some from the freezer department, took them home, tried it. Yeah, that did.
You didn't microwave them, did you? You got to put them in like an air fryer. You got to get the separate the bun from the meat, warm up the meat, and
that's what she said.
You know,
in Hartford we have steamed burgers.
These are steamed. White Castle is steamed.
Yeah,
you
but
have them down there in Florida.
I've heard that we do have White Castle somewhere, but I've never seen one.
I know St. Louis is about the last one west.
I'll go to Hartford if I'm looking for a steamed burger.
I got to point out, Chief says he has a Chicago typewriter, which is the Tommy gun in 45, and I believe that's all it does come in. But you actually have, I mean, because you can buy them semi-automatic, pull the trigger, bang,
right.
Pull the trigger, bang, pull the trigger, bang. But if you have an actual one, that's a nice little piece. We'll have to talk, son. Let me know if I need to be in your will or something. Because those are
He's
fun.
taking that shit with him. Don't let him fool you.
Taking it where?
With him. Guaranteed.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut anybody off.
Chief said that White Castle is dog
food.
Low
grade dog food.
Not even just dog food, it's a low grade.
Right. It didn't even go to Purina, man. It's below that.
They're good though. So's Whataburger if you're down around Texas.
Never had Whataburger.
I love those. In-N-Out Burger's good.
I don't like In-N-Out Burger. I thought that was way fucking overrated.
I never had In-N-Out.
I only wanted to go because of the name to begin with, but then when I still wasn't impressed.
We don't have those in
Connecticut. Burger. I think it's Five Guys.
I want a real greasy burger. We have a place here called Helvetia Tavern. That's where Matthew used to work. Oh my gosh. Those are the best. If you're going to get a greasy burger, those are the best. But I hate driving clear out there to get them. But man, are they good. And it's just this
going to go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just a little podunk place in the middle of all these fields.
Those are the best places, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Hole in the wall joints are awesome.
Or a bar.
That's too. Bars are pretty good.
Bar food is the best food.
Fuck
I
yeah.
agree.
Best burger I ever.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the best burger I ever had. It's a small chain up in Northwest Indiana. It's called Shoop's. Chief's. How far up in Chicago is Chief? You ever been like Highland Hammond anywhere? Went to a Shoop's?
I don't know.
See if he'll answer.
Chief says,
"Yeah, I'm not much for chain restaurants. I have a hard time."
Yeah, there's only like 7 or 8 of these. It's a small mom and pop chain.
Huh.
Oh yeah, see, I don't like Red Robin burgers.
We don't have Red Robins. We don't have all that shit in Connecticut.
I don't like it. To me, it's like fake food.
It is. All that fast food is, yeah.
When I grew up, we hardly ever went out, but if we did go out to eat, I grew up in a town with 600 people, so we went to JJ's and we had real meat and real food, and but you didn't go out very often. But of course, here, living in the city, it's completely different. It's all right there. After a while, though, I'm to the point where I don't even. The one thing that is my weakest point when it comes to fast food is those quarter pounders with cheese, plain. I'd even take just the meat. They could fucking keep the patty or the buns. I don't care.
I do go to McDonald's and get a fish fillet like every 6 months.
Yeah, Marvin likes the fish fillets.
But the tartar sauce on the side because they put too much on. Every time. It's like squeezing out of it. It's like, seriously? I mean, come on. Adjust the gun there.
Oh, you smoked racks of ribs yesterday?
Who?
Yum.
Oh, pesky.
Yum.
Nice. I want to do a whole pig. I want to do it in the ground.
I can't.
Do a whole fucking pig.
I went to one pig roast in my life, and I was about 11. And it was traumatizing. It was traumatizing, and I never wanted to go again. That was the grossest thing I ever seen in my whole entire life. And I eat pickled pig's feet, but I cannot see the whole pig. I just can't.
I went to one as well, and it was when I first met my husband. And I thought we were going to have bacon, like a bacon burger or something. And I got there and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I mean, it just didn't taste good. And then they started.
Good.
Yeah, it was good because I was drunk. And then they started eating the eyes. And I'm like,
oh, yeah, no, I'm out.
It's like, really? There's no need for that. Men will be men, though.
Eat it.
Yeah, it's all testosterone,
They're good.
Oh.
It's all fucking like a few brain cells short. That's what it is. Ugh.
Oh, God, yeah.
That everybody's talking. Well, not everybody. Chris also mentioned the filet of fish at McDonald's is good. And all I can think of is that friggin' commercial that was out for a squish fish patty on a bun. A squish fish patty on a bun. Because it's square. It's like, what kind of fish is that?
Yeah, right.
It's a squish fish patty on a bun.
Squish fish.
Long John Silver's
it's not scrod. It's not scrod.
Marvin, every time Marvin goes to McDonald's and if he orders a fish witch, he calls it a fish witch, and they're like,
"What's a fish witch?"
Yeah, they're complete. And of course, they're young kids. They're like, we don't have that.
Was it called a fish witch? What's it called?
It's called a fish fillet.
Oh, okay.
It's a fish sandwich.
It's a squish fish patty on a bun.
Fish patty on a bun.
Squish fish patty on a bun.
Okay, I'll hop off so Bobby could get on, or whoever else wants to hop on.
Yeah,
it was good talking to you guys. Yeah, Yank. And remember, when we talk about one thing, we're only going to discuss it once here, all right?
I'm sorry, did you say something? I can't remember.
We'll talk about that again.
We'll talk about it again. Remind me.
Okay, love you guys.
Thank you for coming.
You too.
Love you, guys.
Right.
Bye.
Anybody been to a Bubba Gump?
No,
but I heard they were pretty good.
Oh man, it is real good. I've been to two. I've been to the one at Mall of America, and I've been to the one on Santa Monica Pier. But yeah, everything. First time I went, I was like sitting up in my seat. I was looking at what everybody else was eating, and everything just looked so good. And when the waitress came to take our order, we just couldn't decide. And she's like, I know what you want. And she brought like an appetizer thing with like 2 or 4 of everything. And we sat there, we ate that. We just want another one of those. It was I'd recommend that to anybody. Bubba Gump is good.
Nice. Amanda apparently is drinking moonshine, I think.
I know. Her clothes are going to start falling off here pretty soon.
Come to Florida.
Okay, wait, Chief. Wait, Chief. All the things Chief does, he doesn't eat pork because it ain't kosher.
You're so lucky I'm not your friend. I'd be sticking your forks and stuff in all the wrong kinds of food. Then watch you walk around the house burying them in dirt, because that's what you got to do for like 7 years or something. It's true. It's true. If one of their forks touches non-kosher food, they have to bury it in dirt for, I think, 7 years.
Oh, dude, we're definitely having you at wherever we get together at. You're gonna be there, Chief. That's a fucking promise, man. I don't care if I have to drag your ass there. You're gonna be there because we are fucking with you big time. Oh my god, that'll be way too much fun.
After a few days of no food, someone would eat it.
Yeah, but he'd eat it.
Exactly. I'm just curious though. I've never seen the couple times Chief's been on, and I've seen him. I don't think I've ever seen him wearing a yarmulke. So, are you a practicing or just by, you know, ethnic Jew? And so, does that mean you technically could eat non-kosher because you're non-practicing? I'm genuinely curious and lost to you. No, we just wash the fork in a dish. No, you don't. That is not Orthodox Jew stuff. That is 21st century Jew. Okay, so you can eat kosher then. Or non-kosher. Put it in the dishwasher. My grandfather would slap you silly.
I'm sorry. I'm still off on the visual of Yank fucking sticking shit all over Chief's food and him burying his forks in the dirt.
Sorry,
he said
man.
he didn't wear a yarmulke.
Oh, okay.
That does not look
That's
like
cool.
how it's
I
spelled.
have a yarmulke. What's that?
Is that how it's spelled?
I'm not actually sure how it's spelled, to be honest.
Yamaluki.
Probably.
I'm not Orthodox. I'm conservative. That's what Chief said.
A couple of people saying they're in California, Long Beach and Santa Clarita. Whereabouts?
I don't know.
Well, maybe they'll say.
Maybe.
Are you pesky citizen up in the mountains in Santa Clarita, or down by the highway? I used to live in Van Nuys, 405 in Sherman by the post office. That was all my old neck of the woods.
Bluntman used to trick his vegetarian friends into. I'm sorry.
Eating meat.
Bluntman used to trick his vegetarian friends into eating meat. Watching him eat vegetarian beef jerky still makes him laugh.
Dude, that's fucking priceless.
Nice. Good job.
So, Chief said they call it a.
We call it a.
Kippah? A kippah? Huh?
Keppa.
A keppa.
Keppa. The Israeli
That's like
word.
a keppa.
By Tommy's. I'm
cup
not sure
of coffee.
what that is.
Yeah.
It's a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's the hat. The little hat.
Oh. Yeah, the little boob cup they stick on their head right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They stole that from some woman.
Solar panel. Chief is like Ben Shapiro. No, Ben Shapiro wears a yarmulke all the time. You just can't see it because he has dark hair, but he has one on all the time.
It can pronounce kippah.
From my kippah. Whatever.
Whatever.
I also have my whatever. I also have my grandfather's again, I got a brain fart. What do you call the candle thing?
Brain fart.
Menorah. I also have his menorah.
Because he had a brain fart.
I had a brain fart.
In the park. Where his car was.
In the park. My car.
Because he forgot to go
to
the barn.
That's right. It's right next to my cock. What are you guys talking about in here?
That woman had dinner's plate and nipples, then Gigi, because those are way wider than a nipple should be.
What woman is this?
The women that Chief is stealing the kippas from.
Oh.
His hat.
Chief, my grandfather, well, technically, no. But the man who raised me as my grandfather was with my grandmother, I don't know, 50 years. And they technically couldn't get married because she did not want to convert to Judaism. But they were together, living in sin, forever. And he raised me, and he was very Jewish. And I observed many of the holidays with him and learned, a lot of the rituals and things and the little prayers and stuff you say at dinner. And I found it fascinating. The kindest man I ever knew. I love that man till the day he died. And I still miss him to this. I have a hard time talking about him without getting choked up. Kind beyond belief, beyond measure, a gentleman, a wise man, a very grounded individual. Never heard him get upset. The only time I did hear him get upset, believe it or not, was when he would speak about the country of Israel. He wasn't necessarily a fan of how that all took place and how it came about. And he was glad that they had the home country and all that kind of stuff. But he really wasn't a fan politically of it. And so he kind of got a little upset about that. But he did want to, at one point in his life, go to visit, the Holy Land. And he never got a chance to go. And unfortunately, he died, I think somewhere due. And, but yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful man. And I drew a lot of strength and character from that man. I learned a lot of lessons from him, just watching him. He was an ideal person that if you were going to watch a person who was religious live out their life in a religious way, with conviction in his heart and a love for it, that he was definitely the guy for the job to do it. So, yeah, hats off to Howard Goldberg. Good man. Good man. World's a best.
Hi, Scrappy.
World's a dimmer place without him. Hi, Scrappy. Good to see you. What's a Kangol? That's a hat too. That's like a rapper hat.
Oh, I thought it was an exercise for something. Sorry. Oh no, that's Kegel. Sorry.
That's a Kegel. Yeah, no. Those usually just have women cough while you're doing them. Cough for me. Cough for me. Cough. Sneeze. Cough. Ha. Chew.
Shaz wants to know might have a controversial topic. What are all y'all thoughts on the death penalty?
I'm all for it.
Yep.
Needs to happen more often.
I don't know. I'll tell you this. I'll say this. I want to say, like you guys, I'm all for it. I don't know because I don't have a very good trust in the government with the right to kill you. Once the government gets involved, that's when I get a little nervous. We know what happens when governments get involved with killing people. So if I would like to see more town square kind of stuff. I would like to see someone convicted of a heinous crime put in a stockade, and the people who he harmed or the family of those he harmed, he should be taken out by them if they want to. That's what I believe. As far as the government having sanctioned, yeah, I don't know about that. I
worry that if you did something like that, you'd make it really easy for people. Like they'd be like, right on. Well, that was easier than I thought. Hell, fuck with me. Go ahead. See where it gets you. I will take your ass out. So.
What do you mean? No, I don't follow. What do you mean?
Trust me, I get it, because I would have loved to. I mean, I asked the judge to just let my sister's murderer go, and we'll deal with it. I have a crazy enough family; they'd have handled it. But in reality, once you do something like that, you've crossed that threshold, and you're. At that point, you're so close to it. You're doing it out of anger and of course the revenge. I just worry that it might put people over that line. Like, then there wouldn't be a line they wouldn't be willing to cross. Like they would,
Yeah. I definitely hear what you're saying. That's why I wouldn't make it a mandatory thing. What's that?
How? She wasn't on the jury, though. The jury would decide. But
correct,
then again,
and you would get in. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, but then again, what I've been seeing on the news lately, several people have been in jail for 20, 30, 40 years, and they're getting out. They've proven that, it was wrongly convicted.
Yeah. The DNA
I know, like in the case of Leslie's murder, his handprint was in the flashlight with her blood on it, which he'd killed her with. So we know for sure that, I mean, we had it all. It was obvious he had done it. And in that case, I'd have just liked if the state would have done their fucking job and killed him. That's what I would have liked to have had done. It was, I mean, it was written in her blood that he'd done it, basically. So I think he should have been one. And Idaho has the death penalty. It should have happened. He should have never been able to have lived out his life until he died. He's definitely not. I mean, he just died, not last year, but the year before last. And he killed my sister in 1993. So he lived a long fucking life after killing her. So it'd be nice if the states would just do their job in taking care of the situation. We pay them for it. They should have dealt with it, which was why I was so pissed about the whole thing. But the judge said, I feel like if we did that and we gave him the death penalty, you guys would later come back and regret that. Oh, trust me. No, I won't. Pretty sure of it.
See, that's not for him to make. See, in my world, a person would go to trial. They would have the trial. The jury would then decide whether they were available to be sentenced to death, and if they were found eligible for the death penalty, then the families of those or the friends of those would make the decision as to whether they wanted to take up the mantle of taking that person's life or not. And if not, then the person goes to jail for the rest of their life. So that way there's lots of choices in there, and the people can do it or they can't do it. And I don't like this idea of, well, the jury has to decide whether the person is no, because then that would I guess that would be fucked up too, because someone has to decide whether they're eligible for death penalty, unless we make it that in simple law terms, if you take someone else's life, murder, let's say, not killing, because killing's different than murder. If you take a murderer, they're automatically death penalty. That would then kind of negate it.
Yeah.
Rape, okay. Yeah. That too. Child molester, okay, that too.
Well, I think it's an eye for an eye. Like I mean, I think it's pretty, if you do this, then you get this. If you do this.
One thing I'm not for is life in prison.
Me either. I mean, he from 93 until 2021. That's a long fucking time he got to be alive For what?
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back. You guys talk. I'm hearing a beeping going on. I gotta go see what that is. I'll be
Fire
right
alarm.
back.
Change the battery.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just started. Hold on.
Yeah, I definitely think that, he shouldn't have been able to live. And I think that if we was to put it in, the citizens' hands, I think we would get some pretty cold-hearted people in the end. So that would be my fear is if we put it in their hands, what they would do with that. Not that the government doesn't already, because trust me, I know they do. But
yeah, but I just think it's ridiculous for life sentences and double and triple life sentences. Life sentence plus 50 years. That's just stupid.
Right. I agree. And to me, I'm sorry, life sentence to me should be until you're dead. That not 20 years. No, life sentence is until you die. That it's your life sentence until you're dead. But that's not a life sentence.
You know what? That's another thing that I don't even know what to call it. Rumor or whatever that say you get the chair and they zap you and you live. They say you get to go free. No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's a warrant. It's a warrant for death.
I agree.
Until death.
Yeah. Just because you were a hard ass and made it through it.
Yeah, or somebody made a mistake or something. Yeah, you don't get to walk free.
No, I agree. So Chief asked what the killer's name was. His name was David M. Hawkins. He came from Oregon on unsupervised parole where they had just let him out. He'd spent most of his adult life in prison from molesting and raping kids. And he went to Idaho and promptly raped and murdered my sister. Of course, they wouldn't get him for rape because they said Leslie wasn't there to say she didn't want screwed. I guess the skin under her fingernails from his neck, that wasn't enough to tell him that she really didn't want that to happen to her. But they didn't want to see it that way. So they just got him for murder. And he was it was life without parole. But still, it wasn't satisfying enough as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't mind scratches.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was in Lewis County, Idaho. So Lewiston, Idaho is where it happened at. I'm sorry, Nez Perce County, not Lewis County. Nez Perce County is where it happened at.
Did you put the fire out?
I did. I had to change a smoke alarm battery. I got to change them all, actually. Believe it or not, the date on the battery that I pulled out of there was
I don't want to hear that.
Was May 2023.
But you're supposed to change those when time change.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't actually. I just
really?
changed all the smoke alarms a year ago in my house. I changed them all, the smoke alarms themselves, and put new batteries in. It's been a year. So, but I didn't do it at the time.
The date on the battery is the expiration date, though.
I know.
Like
they were old. They were old 9 volts.
So but that date was probably put on there 5-6 years ago. They got a big shelf life.
So how long's it been in there, Yank?
No, I had the batteries.
They were probably sitting in a drawer somewhere.
Batteries. They were older batteries, but I just put them in because that's all I had. I didn't feel like spending, I don't know, whatever it is, $8 a piece for batteries.
Every time when I change my batteries, I'll text you and say,
I put another.
Yank, change the batteries in the fire alarm.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I watch watch a ton of videos and stuff, and one of the tells that there was this guy, Kevin Samuels. He died. He was a YouTuber, and he was a black guy, and he gave a lot of female and male advice in relationships and things like that. And he would have a lot of women on, and to the fucking last one,
every single female that came on, she'd be talking, and all you'd hear is beep in the background. And he was like, son of a bitch, you don't have a man, do you? She's like, no. She's like, why? How do you know? He's like, because I can hear that. They're like, hear what? Beep. That. And they're like, what? They don't even hear it after a while. It's so bad. Every fucking single woman had the fucking thing beeping in the background. And they couldn't hear it anymore. It's funny.
That's crazy.
But whatever. Yeah.
Speaking of fire alarms, when Marvin and I first got married, I burnt everything, and I shit you not. We were pretty skinny people. Not because I didn't try, but we ate out a lot there that first year. And
good for you, Marv.
So it got to the point where as soon as Kayla would see me cooking, she'd go running over to Marvin and she'd say, take the battery out of the fire alarm. Mom's cooking again, because I'd cry and she didn't want to see me cry. So he'd run over and take the fire alarm out of the battery out of the fire alarm so that I wouldn't bawl because
remember that episode of Friends where Phoebe had the one after she smashed her with her shoe too, and then the fire department brought it back to her.
Yeah.
Broken and still beeping.
No.
Oh, it's good. You'll have to look it up on YouTube.
I will. I just want to point out here, I've been saving it since before the fire alarm, because I was talking about my step, whatever, grandfather being Jewish. David S. said his real grandfather ran the ovens. That's not funny.
Oh.
That's not funny at all. My real grandfather stormed the beaches of Normandy. So, no, that's not funny at all. And not to mention.
Who said that?
David S. I mean, I get it. Funny. He's just, it's kind of funny, but yeah, haha. But no, not even. I know I'm bald and all that, but no. So, anywho.
I'm not a good wife? Why am I not a good wife?
10 and 9. Because you couldn't.
He said I'm not a good wife. I took the one out of my kitchen. Yeah, see, Scrappy? Fuck yeah. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I mean, we didn't need it in the kitchen. I was awake in the kitchen. I need it where I'm going to be sleeping.
Mine are all hooked together. If one goes off, they all go off.
Yep.
Oh. Well, we're cheap. We only have one.
Say
Our house
again?
is only 1,100 square foot, so we only have one.
And mine are dual powered too. They run off of regular.
Mine is supposed to run. Yes, mine too. But they have the battery backup.
Yeah, the battery's the backup.
That's why it was a pain to change all my. Yeah, that's why it was a pain to change all mine, because when I took the old smoke detectors down that were 20 years old or whatever, so the smoke detectors, they're hardwired and they also have a battery. So you got to rewire all the. What are you sorry for? Say that again. Are you talking dirty?
I thought you were talking. I got on a different subject. I thought we had passed on to other subjects. It's okay. Just keep going.
Oh,
don't pay no attention to me.
What were you talking about? Maybe yours sounds more interesting.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It was definitely more interesting than fire alarms.
Just me and you. Tell me, what was it?
That's right. Nobody can hear us.
Nobody can.
We'll take down the video when it's all over.
Yeah, right.
What are we talking about? Boobs again?
No.
I think we're talking about.
I thought we were talking about toys, but I was wrong.
Oh, your toys aren't all wired up in sync?
Right. Well, you were saying wired and batteries, and I was thinking, wow, that's a good backup. That's why I thought you were.
There you go.
See?
The cordless drill with the feather duster.
Even having a crank.
Jesus. I'm sorry, but here I go with the whole visual thing, and all I can think about is intestines getting wrapped around the fucking drill.
Damn. Intestines.
I know.
You're crazy.
Well, I mean, it's a drill, and it goes around and around, and that fast. I mean, that's excessive. It's very aggressive.
Very, very. No, David, you're not the bad guy.
Here, that one's for
Relax.
Yeah, let's hope it's not plugged in.
What does that say?
Saying for external use only, which is
there you go.
Boobs, batteries, wires, intestines. We're getting weird again. Yes, we are, Blunt. You can guarantee it. And curling irons. Come on.
Oh, Shaz, that's cool. Your grandfather, Aldo, landed on the beaches of Normandy, and he survived. Yeah, my grandfather survived as well.
Was his last name Nova?
Sorry. Aldo Nova?
Yeah.
I don't know.
As a band? Aldo Nova. That's a band.
I don't know. Inside joke? Aldo Nova is a band?
Asdo Nova.
I never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Nova.
Never heard of him.
No, Aldo Nova. Just a minute.
No idea.
Now you're going to hear.
Yes, my grandfather survived as well. He actually made it all the way up through every enlistment there can be to full bird colonel in the Army.
Yes, you have.
And actually was on Normandy Beach, yeah.
Just a minute.
Being wide together drives me crazy, says man. Yeah, me. It doesn't sound like music.
It's a good song.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I can't believe you don't know who Aldo Nova is.
I've never heard this song.
It's called Fantasy. You will, as soon as it starts.
Huh. Bluntman says everything's a dildo if you're venturous enough.
I'm not listening to techno. It's Aldo Nova. If nobody's heard of it, you gotta be kidding.
Nope. You're a nerd. No one listens to that shit. What the fuck? This sounds like something I listened to when I was 7 years old. Sounds from outer space on a record player. Oh.
Scrappy knows it.
I know this song. Yeah, I know this song.
Yeah, that's
Aldo Nova.
Okay. Well, I didn't know assholes at Nova. Okay. I did not know that. I learned something new every day.
Yeah. Anyways, I had to make sure you knew who it was because that was going to drive me crazy. I can't believe you don't. Right off, man. That's
had a
what I grew
granddad
up
and
with.
Oh. So like in the 90s. Right?
Wow, 7.
No, that was before 90s.
I know, but Gunner's not that old, so.
Yeah, come on.
Scrappy's granddad and 6 brothers fought in the Pacific. They managed to make it back home. Grandpa's vessel survived 7 kamikaze hits. Wow. That's like, what was the name of the brothers where they passed that act that if so many brothers sign up and most of them die, then the others get to go home so you don't wipe out the whole family lineage? I forget what that is.
Yeah, it's down
and
to
says
one.
Her stepdad survived. What's that?
Yeah, once you're the last one, then they'll take you off active duty.
The Sullivan Act. The Fighting Sullivans were. Yes, you're correct. And stepdad survived Pearl Harbor. He was on the base, not a ship.
Good night,
That's
Ann.
all these men, right? These real men. That gave for this country everything they had. Fought for the good fights. You know?
It's
Not a lot of
Shaz's
this silly shit. That's
birthday.
right, Chief. The Sullivan brothers. Happy birthday, Shaz.
Happy
I'm
birthday,
having another
girl.
drink.
So am I.
Yes,
Shaz,
that's another
on
thing.
this day, we salute you and the day you were born, that you graced this world again with a better presence, making it a better place for all of us. If it wasn't for your birthday, we would have never known you existed. You wouldn't be here today, sharing your time, your love, and your energy with us. So for that, I thank your parents and I thank you for being here. Happy birthday.
Yeah, everything Yank just said.
Yeah, somebody else just brought
That's
up
awesome.
when you got family members serving, they won't serve on the same ship or on the same base or anything like that.
Scrappy said
Very
he gonna
cool.
go find a shot for
Blumman
you.
says,
Shaz.
I want to say my grandpa was 81st Airborne paratrooper and didn't talk about it. We got a pretty good idea why. Yeah. They did they were part of that glider patrol that they tried that whole glider thing back into get in there on France and Germany, I think. And it was a fucking shit show. As well as jumping out of the planes. So yeah.
I'll be right back.
Badass boys. No, you have to stay.
I'm going.
Jeez, Hal, what the hell is that?
What the hell? Jeez.
The hell?
She needs to shave her teeth up at top.
I know, if you turned it sideways, it'd say, I know a girl like her. What else we got here? No drinks, so I'll smoke a cigarette for you, Shaz. Okay. Andy is offering a piece of cake. Very nice. Or is that a donut?
How far away
Ishka's
are you
offering
from
a
the
donut.
Cape?
What Cape?
Cape Canaveral.
Oh, I'm a few hundred miles. That is north. That is north of me and also on the other coast. So you know diagonally.
Because in probably
like
a month,
from where I
we're
am.
going to be there for a couple days.
Oh, no kidding. What are you going there for? Anything interesting?
We're going to get her boat and bring it up to Lake Michigan.
Oh. Wow.
So
you're gonna sail back all the way up to Michigan?
Yeah, you have to.
Well, no kidding. You're not gonna fly it, but I didn't know if you were gonna be on the boat. I thought you were just maybe coming down. She was gonna captain off the boat to somebody else and have them send it up.
Oh no. We're gonna bring it up. No.
Oh wow.
You can go through to St. Lawrence Seaway and bring it into Lake Michigan. Then it's only 2 hours away from us instead of 14, 15.
Yeah.
But right now she's down in Alabama, Huntsville at she's teaching space camp. So when she's done there, I'm gonna meet her at the Cape and we'll spend a couple days there and then head up. I didn't know if you wanted to.
When are you going to be doing
out
this?
for a couple of days? Probably in about a month.
In about a month. You'll have to get in touch with me on that. I can't say what I'm doing a month out at a time. I don't have anything necessarily that I can think of off the top of my head where I would be all that busy, but maybe I could take a drive up. My father lives up sort of that way, almost directly across from the Cape on the Gulf side. So I could maybe do something where I could go up and stay with him and then kind of boogie across and take a visit with you guys if you're up there. So we'll see if that works for you. I'd like to see the boat if that's cool.
Yeah, even if you wanted to go for a ride, it'll probably take us probably 5 to 6 days to get it up and through there.
Wow.
Jesus. That's quite
5 to 6 days to get it from where to where?
From the Cape all the way to Lake Michigan. You got to go all the way up.
It would take a hell of a lot longer than that. Damn.
No.
Wow. That thing must boogie.
Day and a half to 2 days to New York, and then, up and around to the St. Lawrence Seaway. That's the longest part.
Yeah. Jesus. Dude, I get wicked seasick. So, I mean,
Hammond Marina.
Like,
yeah, I know that
that's
area.
A great looking boat from the shore. Yeah. That would be cool. I wouldn't have no problem.
Geez, there's
with
a
that.
bunch of people. Somebody's in Michigan. Well, that's a ways away from where they're going, right?
No,
he's going to Michigan.
Lake
from
Michigan,
from Cape Canaveral in Florida. They're bringing the boat from where it is in Florida up to Michigan.
Oh, I see. Fun.
Is there is it too big of a boat to get into the coastal waterway?
No, you can get ships in there, but you have to. You can't do it during the winter, when the water's too shallow.
Oh,
I mean,
I know nothing about it, but
I mean, in Wisconsin, they build ships, for the Navy. That's how they get them back out to the ocean. I mean, her boat only drafts 8 feet, but you still want to go a lot deeper than that.
Now, forgive me. Which lady friend is this that has the boat?
Perrin. That's actually her house.
If you don't,
what was
her house? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
What's
but
her
when
name?
she has to go,
it's not Perrin, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
when she has to go work, when she has to go to CERN in Switzerland to work, she takes that thing across the ocean.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Yeah, I'd like to, dude. I mean, I'd like to meet you because you're an interesting cat, and I'd like to meet her because she's really interesting. Not that you're not really interesting. You really are too, as well.
She's got boobs.
But no. No,
why?
She's like a nuclear scientist. She plays around with CERN. She's teaching fucking. What'd you just say? Fucking.
Right, she's down at space camp right now. Yeah, space camp.
Space camp. I mean, what doesn't this
teaching
woman
kids
do?
How to fly the space shuttle.
We don't have the space shuttle anymore.
Yeah, but they still have all the models, and that's what they do at space camp.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, she's something else, man. That's cool. Yeah, I'd like to meet you guys. Yeah, keep in touch. Let me know what's up with that.
Yeah.
Shit, it looks like you guys can have a full-on reunion. Everybody's going to be in Florida here. Bobby's going
I know, huh?
The 13th. Amanda's going at some point here. Scrappy's going. Scrappy, if you're in Northwest Florida, I'll take you to McGuire's Irish Pub, Bobby. Yell at me if you're my way. I'll buy you dinner. Jesus, all you guys are going to be there. Good night, Mishka.
Nice.
Thank you for coming on.
Nice. And Missy's moving to Florida.
He's not going to Florida. Huh?
You guys might not want to leave yet, though. I got a little announcement that you guys.
Oh, Mishka, you better hold on. Mishka, whoa! You're not going to want to miss this.
What's that say? Dead hooker storage. Dead hooker storage. Huh.
And
it's okay,
already
Mishka.
left.
If you got to jump off, that's fine. No big deal.
Well, until you miss what, then you're going to be bummed.
Well,
but you can be bummed anyway. So,
well, I doubt it. I doubt it. I want to. I gotta look something up anyway. Talk amongst yourselves
check that out
for a second.
I will check out that blue ball book. And I know you don't mean blue balls. It's about a year old since I quit drinking. But if you like skunky beer, be my guest.
Wait. I got something here.
Sure.
No, I wasn't seeing this anywhere. I forgot about this. This showed up in my feed one time, and I'm not hearing anybody else talk about it.
Okay. What do you got?
Something about I put it up there. And I'm
in prison.
They say they got a witness that they can't find or something, but yeah,
like a
I
whistleblower?
only saw this the one time, and yeah, whatever they have on them.
Okay, Yahoo News. Joe Biden is definitely going to prison as soon as the GOP finds out its missing informant. Oh, when did this come out? Does it have a date?
May 16th.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
I've heard right around here. Okay, yeah. I can't read that. I have that there is a whistleblower.
Make my screen bigger or something.
And that was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, no, hold on a second. I just shrink my screen.
Can I make Hal bigger? Oh, well, you've got two girlfriends.
You absolutely can. Well, that was going to be my other question to Hal. Are both of them?
No. Heather's going to have to stay here with the dogs.
Oh, okay.
We don't ask. We were wondering about what they would do. You know, being out on the water. You know, I mean, sitting at a dock, we can take them somewhere to go to the bathroom, but
right,
you know, out in the ocean, what are you gonna? I mean, they can go out on a fantail, but would they use it? I mean, we could hose it off into the water, but you know, that was the big thing.
Throw some buy some square pieces of sod and put them down on the fantail. Maybe they'll use them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. How do we make Hal's thing large here?
I was
trying to do that, Gutter.
I was trying to figure it out, but
I'm trying to get rid of Mishka's thing. Okay, her thing's gone.
I don't know why none of my buttons seem to be working here. There. Okay, wait a minute.
Mine don't either. Nope. Hey, who's that good-looking guy? He's got a sexy voice. Nope. Give us a second, guys. We're figuring shit out.
Wait. Don't touch. No touchy.
There it is.
I didn't do nothing.
I know. I just thought if you did, it might change on us.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay. I think that's it.
I don't know.
Now I gotta go full screen.
Okay, Yank.
And now I can't hear
Mishka's
you.
waiting on you.
No.
You told her not to
What?
go anyplace.
Let me see.
I'm
Getter
sorry,
has a
Mishka.
broken button.
We're trying to.
I don't.
Have a
I don't
girlfriend.
think it's
I want to know what I want to know about this. It's not going to scroll. Does it play?
Yeah, I don't think it'll let you hear it, but there, if you can read it, I'll scroll down.
Well, hold on. Let me make my screen huge here on my end.
Make yours bigger, Yank.
I got great news. President Biden is going to prison. How do I know this? Because Republican lawmakers on the House Oversight Committee say they have an airtight case against Biden. They'll get down to the business of imprisoning him just as soon as they locate the key informant, whom they now say is missing. Unfortunately, we can't track the informant. GOP rep James Comer told Fox News on Sunday, we are hopeful that the informant is still there. Next. Don't let the GOP lack of evidence fool you. Joe Biden is guilty of something. We're very hopeful, and we're certain to have no reason to doubt the Republican claims that the vast criminal wrongdoings by Biden. Just last week, the Oversight Committee released a preliminary report of its 4-month-long investigation that showed definitely what Fox News' Steve Doocy described as no evidence that Joe Biden did anything illegally. Scroll up. Gotcha, Sleepy Joe. Okay, good. We all know what criminal masterminds like Biden are best at, not leaving evidence that shows that they did anything illegally. Checkmate. Opinion alerts, get columns from your favorite columnist. While the members try to locate their informant, who is definitely a real human person who exists, the assembly of what I'm sure will be mountains of evidence detailing Biden's crime doing, let's consider the past Republicans' promises that have worked out great. I have a feeling this is a little sarcastic. Trump town hall shows he hasn't changed. CNN town hall, the audience laughs as sexual assault as Trump reminds us how awful he is. Republicans have never overpromised and underdelivered on putting Democrats in prison. On Monday, special counsel John Durham released a report detailing his 4-year investigation into the investigators who investigated former President Donald Trump and Russian interference in the 2016 election. Trump himself had promised Durham's work would reveal crime of the century. Okay. Yeah. No, you don't have to keep going with that.
Yeah, see, that's the first time I saw this, and I looked into it a little bit, but this was the only article I could find on it. And it just popped up one day, and the only time I seen it.
Yeah, something tells me that that's not going to turn into a hill of beans. As usual, you know.
Would be nice,
how do we,
but
let's get rid of it. No, we can't get rid of that because that's how. I know. Oh, there you go. Okay, that works. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody have anything to say here? I know. Somebody wanted me to stay because I told her to. Okay. I'm just going to get right into it then. Guys, we're going to have a little changes in the show here.
Wait a minute, you're glitching. Hal, I'm going to have you get off while Yank explains this because I think it might be easier. It won't cut out so much.
All right.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, figures I have like one bar. I have 1 bar, 2 bars. Okay. Am I good now? Am I being able to be heard clearly?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully this will hold out. I'm going to be leaving the show, guys. I will no longer be regular on the show Tuesday nights. I'm selling my half of the show. And, it's just something I feel like I need to do for my own mental health. Not to sound like I need safe spaces or anything, but there's going to be a lot of things coming up. And I want to focus on taking care of my household, getting my things in order, trying to be as debt free as I can, and taking care of the things that I see are coming. I don't think that we're headed to a very good place, and I don't want to be stuck in the thing that I tend to get stuck in, where I just feel as though I'm complaining and talking about the things. If I want to get out of this house and do stuff, then I want to be able to do it. And I'd like to step away. I'm going to be taking probably about 2 months off from social media totally. And unfortunately, I'm leaving Gutter in a little bit of a bad place, and I feel terrible about that. We started this thing, and it was never really set in stone as to what it was going to be. But it's definitely turned into a thing that I enjoy coming to. And the people that have come here and continue to support us, you guys, make it all worthwhile. And I'm going to miss it. And it's not easy. I've thought about it a lot. And it's not something fun that I want to do. But I will still be around after my 2-month hiatus. And, I'd still like to come on as a guest and hang out and things like that. But as far as a regular Tuesday night thing, it's not going to be me anymore. And that's just the way it is. I mean, we've been doing this thing, Gutter, for over a year. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten to know you pretty good. And we've had a lot of conversations behind the scenes about things in life. And I am seriously going to have a big hole in the middle of my chest.
Don't do that.
In that space where you sit. Well, I'm just saying, it's true. And that's going to take some getting used to. And I hope that regardless of whether we talk about on the show or not, we still talk as friends. Because there's no hard feelings about this. This is not one of those kind of things. This is just something I have to do for me. And I want you guys in the chat, and those of you that come to the show, I want you to continue to support Gutter. She's gonna do what she's gonna do with this show. If she decides to keep it going, then I want you guys here all the time, like you're doing for the two of us, and show her a lot of support and come on the show. And one of the other things I wanted to let you guys know was we did this thing. We had no idea what we were doing when we started it, right? We were intimidated. It was kind of scary having to talk to people, having to put your lives out there and all your warts and all, and whatever, and let it out there, and people, you find an audience. I think that you guys should probably do the same. You can do the same. If you've thought about it, I think you should do it. And I think that would increase the reach of this thing that we started here, this little family that we got, where each of you has little extra people that float around in your circles as well, that you could bring onto yours, and we can come into your thing. And you could start it out. We did it with no money. It doesn't cost anything for the initial stuff, but you're talking to us on stuff. So you have that. You have internet. You have a little gizmo or a gadget. We started with phones. I didn't even have a laptop that I started talking on this thing for the phone. So you could do the same thing. And I think that's probably how, if we are going to win in any sort of way, that's how we're going to have to do it, where everybody's going to have to take a little bit of responsibility and start their own thing. And we can share, and we can help grow, and we can be an actual united front, getting stronger every day. But yeah, as for me, there'll be a little bit of a silence for me for a little while, and it's not going to be easy, but it's what I have to do. So that was the news that I really didn't want to make. I'm going to miss you guys something terrible, and I'm definitely going to miss my partner, Gutter. She's a special lady, you know. Don't find she's so much like my wife. It's not even funny, and we joke and we say work wife and work husband and stuff, but there's something to it, you know. So we're not going to end the show right at the moment, but this is my last night. So I just want to say,
well, we are if I don't quit balling, but yeah.
I just want to say I love you guys, and thank you for everything you've said. You've all been very kind to me over the course of this last year, and I won't forget it. So thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll have a little song I want to play on the way out. That's for all of you when we're done this live stream, which is almost time. So I guess I'm all talking for a few minutes.
Well, don't ask me to be talking. I ain't even done balling.
Sure you are. You're done. Stop. I'm not going anywhere that far. I'm only a phone call away.
I'm going to need more than a shot, Blunt Man. Okay.
I see some people
I was trying to do no ugly crying.
You did beautiful. You're always beautiful.
Okay.
Chief volunteers to step in and alive.
I know you guys will all be here.
Absolutely. Oh boy.
I was fine. You didn't have to make me ball. Why'd you have to go there? I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to. But you do. You mean a lot to me. You know? You mean a lot. And we've grown friendships out of this weird little thing we started. And that's why I'm like pushing everybody else. We started because we watched and talked to each other on somebody else's stream. So these guys here talk to each other on our stream. They can start something. It's draw strength. See what we did. You can do it too. And it becomes something, you know. And you make friendships like this, that like Gutter and I, that connections, you know. That's what it's about. So I think it's cool.
So there will be changes, though. I mean,
yes,
because it's not that I don't want to leave Yank's name on, but Yank's trying to clear out. And so to do that, it wouldn't be fair to leave his name on it when he's trying to break free from this shit. So, and not that he's trying to break free from all of us, but from the world of wherever this is. So I have to consider how I'm going to change that. It might take me a week or so to figure that out, because and the other thing is to figure out whether I still want to do this. I need to, Yank, I was the glitter. I mean, yeah, call me Gutter, but I was the glitter, and he's kind of like the meat to it. And so I just kind of, I put glitter all over and, with my Gutter talk, but he actually had more of the knowledge. And so that's what I got to figure out. I got to figure out how to get through all that. So, and, how I'm going to do that, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it on my own or if I'm going to get somebody else to come in. And if I do that, how I'm going to do that, whether I'm going to do a contest or just start begging somebody to come on, or I don't know. But hopefully y'all just come and hang out and we figure it out. It's kind of like, this is really just going to the bar, so it shouldn't be any different except for the meat's going to be gone. So that's going to be a little rough.
I have full faith. I have full faith that Gutter is going to do a fantastic job without me.
Well, I don't, but
I do.
I will give it a shot. If I can't then I can't, but I will give it a shot.
Right on. Hey, what's up, Bobby?
Boo! Boo!
I know. I'm sorry, man.
No, but for real, gonna miss you. Gonna miss you big time, brother. You guys have been a part of our life for well over a year now. We're family at this point.
Yeah, man.
I don't know why it's not hold on. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hang on.
We can hear you.
Now?
Yep.
I don't know why I can't hear. I can hear you.
You can't hear us?
Hotel room. Hold on. Taking you guys to the bathroom. I don't want to interrupt my work.
Shake it twice.
See, this for you, Yank.
I kind of like the bed better, but I guess if you insist on the bathroom, okay. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't want to chat
stand
the kids' ear off. Hold on. Like I got a fancy mirror. Ooh, Bluetooth. Man, you're leaving, Yank, huh? You taking some time?
I am, sir. Yes. There's a lot that's going to be coming up insofar as like the election, and there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going on politically that I'm going to want to get involved in. And really, to be honest, it takes up so much space in my head that it takes away from me be doing things around my house to take care of what I want to take care of. And I just feel like the place I need to be is more with my wife and more taking care of the things like that. So the whole social media thing is what I'm actually stepping away from, not from you guys.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Well, we got that hint. Yeah, when you stopped with Facebook and you were refusing Discord and stuff, the writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to say I didn't see that you were taking a step back. This I didn't expect, and you guys did create your own little family here. You know what I mean? So it is sad. You almost made me tear-eye. Yeah, I might. You know.
Don't stop. I just fucking got the waterworks stop. God damn it, Bobby. Shut the fuck up.
Bro hug, man. Bro hug.
Hold on. I'm going to spin around here while I should chill out. Yeah, look at this. I got my own little office.
Nice. There you go. I never imagined I'd get to be in the bathroom with you, Bobby.
Yo, missed it. I was naked a few minutes ago.
Damn.
I was thinking about this. You know, if you guys knew the amount of time I stood naked in the bathroom with the shower running, texting comments, you know, you'd be sending me tips.
I don't know, but I sure hope your phone makes it.
I do that in the hotels mostly because I don't pay that. I won't get that water bill. But I missed some of it because I was connecting in. I don't need that earpiece. I'm not hearing through the earpiece. But so what are your plans though? Now that you're going to be taking some time, what are you going to be working on?
Well, one of my main focuses is going to be trying to get as debt free as I can. That's going to take me having to have to take on some things to earn some extra money. I want to shore up my house. I want to shore up my land. I'm thinking about chickens and a fence and a garden and things like that. You know, just because what I foresee coming is not going to be so good. That's my opinion, you know. So I'm going to fortify the place and fortify my life as much as possible. And on a very personal note that I don't really talk about with anybody, you know, most people know I tend to come from an atheistic point of view on a lot of things. And one of the things I've really been kind of wrestling with is whether I want to go back to the faith that I did once have, and see where that goes. I know that's kind of a weird thing, but I feel like there's something that's lacking in my life. And I truly feel as though social media kind of dug that hole a little deeper in me to, it pulled out some of the worst things in me. And I need to fill myself up with some good things. So
I think
nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Thank you.
Believe it or not, I go to church not as regularly as I should have. The kid that I work with just got confirmed. I mean, faith is something that's been lost on people. So they start to fear other humans. And when you don't believe in something higher, then humans is all there is, and it will turn you tribal, savage, and pretty elementary. And like I try to tell a lot of kids growing up nowadays where they're like, "Oh, are you Bible freaks, this and that." No, it's not about that. It's about how you carry yourself. I mean, if the whole world lived under the 10 commandments, we would have a beautiful, beautiful world. It's the values that are instilled, and well, there's a void there. There's a void, and we also know this to be true now because you're liable for compensation. Social media is rotting the brains of people, and it is tribalizing people, bringing out the worst, and it's quick attention span, digs, and hatred is mostly what you'll find on social media. Trolling and all that kind of bullshit. Wholesome getting together, it's far and few between. So I can respect that. I'm gonna miss you. I'm not gonna try to talk you out of it. I'm gonna miss you. I just,
Thanks,
this is kind of a big deal. I mean, I've had people on social media and on the internet, I want to say, have saved me multiple times. When my wife was sick with cancer and she was dying, I found Angry Grandpa on YouTube. It was right around the time he was taken off. The Angry Grandpa. I don't know if you guys know AGP, Angry Grandpa, the Angry Grandpa Army.
No.
He was at Charleston, South Carolina. The guy was out of his bird. But those videos were my escape. You know what I mean? And they had it was something that carried me through when times I'd be crying or falling apart. I was laughing, even though I shouldn't have been. Looking back, it's like, wow, I was laughing at this guy's fucking disparities. But at the time, they were there as almost like a therapy. And I feel like with us, you fill that void for a lot of us, you guys being here every Tuesday, and that commitment every Tuesday. And like Fly said, yeah, for all of us, sometimes it's, oh shit, it's almost 8 o'clock on Tuesday. It's like showing up to Little League practice. Sometimes it's like, oh man, it's already fucking here. But then we get here, and once we're here, we're all hanging out. I mean, look at the chat going. Look at all the people you've brought together. Look at the thoughts. We've had arguments. We've had kumbaya times. We've had some lackluster lives, and then we've had some amazing lives. And I just want to say that you guys made a big difference in my life. And meeting you, I feel like I got lifelong friends, and I hope that doesn't change with this. You know,
absolutely not. That was something that I wanted to say too. In my outgoing was, you know, I've and I can still be reached. I don't think necessarily the information as far as our Gmail to reach us is going to change. I don't know, maybe Gutter, I don't know, we haven't discussed that, but anybody's number that I freely give out my cell phone number to people who ask. So anybody who has it is still free to contact me. Leave a message, I'll get back to you. Text me, I'll text back. And you know, I want to stay in touch with you, Bob. You're definitely one of the ones I want to. We've spoken on the phone, we've texted back and forth, and I definitely want to keep you in my life, brother. You know, so
but I'm not going anywhere.
All right, man.
And I'll be honest, some of your advice changed the way this boy maneuvered along his life's path, because we both were familiar with a couple of roads, and you were further down that path than I was, and you gave me some sound advice, and I reflected on it, and it's bode well for me in an aspect. I'm not going to go too far down it. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
I do. Good. I'm happy that I didn't give you bum advice. If you know what I mean. I'm happy. I'm happy.
You're like the big brother I never had.
Right
you're a big brother to me. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And I want you guys. I just hopped on because I finally was able to. I was out of the shower and all that, and then you were making the announcement. I didn't want to interrupt the announcement. I didn't want to cut you off of any points you wanted to make. So I'm here chilling. I mean,
Gunner's gonna need your help, brother, and I know
I'll be here.
I know you will. I know you will.
Well, it's funny. I don't know if you guys. I'm sure you all noticed. I already took the hiatus without the announcement. I was off of Discord, off of YouTube. I'm permanently banned from Twitter, so that doesn't count. But the only thing I kept up on was my Facebook. And that's just because it's the easiest one for me to navigate, and it's got a long running history, and just I don't know why, but Facebook was the one that I kept up on, and it was solely the one I kept up on. I took that hiatus, and I've been doing a lot of shit in the background, but I've been getting the itch, and that's why I put up that live the other day. What have I been doing? So, I mean, if it's all right with Gutter, she's not exactly going to be alone in this. I mean, I'm itching to get back on. I had to take a step back, like you're doing, 100%. You know, you're out there so much, you forget about real life. You shut off, you log out, you're done with this one, you're done with that one, you're done with that one, and then you're looking around going, fuck, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't do anything in my real life that I have to fucking do.
It happened, yeah. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's a time hole. It's a time hole. When you hop on, you'll sit there for 40 minutes with your ass waiting for it to be wiped. You know, you hop on, you start scrolling real quick. Oh, let me check out the Facebook post while I'm sitting on the shitter. And next thing you know, that shit's dry on your asshole. And it's like, I've been flicking for a fucking hour.
That's definitely some problems. If you're doing that, you definitely need to address your
It isn't about me, David, and I am a fucking fed. Let's get those 2 points clear.
No,
I'm not. I'm freaking Miller Lite tonight. This isn't about me. This is about you. I just happened to hop on while he was finishing his fucking. Come on now. Let's let I want to let you finish, Yank, and then we got to round this live up. Though, if this you're gonna be here next week.
No.
Or is this starting now?
This is now. Tonight is my last. I let Gutter know. I let Gutter know last week. So I essentially gave her my 2 weeks notice 2 weeks ago. We just didn't tell you guys.
I did fine. I totally
awesome.
did fine. I told Yank, I'm good. I totally understand. I'm not going to make it hard on you. You make it easy for me. If I decide I want out, then I don't have to go to you and say, hey, I want out. I said, so if I did, then that would be easier. I mean, I was fine. And I mean, not that I wasn't bummed that he was going to leave, but I thought I would be fine. And then he started fucking talking, and that was it. I fucking boo-hoo, fucking waterworks.
Didn't even get to fucking make you a cake, though. That's fucked up. Just like that cold turkey.
Yeah, that's okay, man. That's okay. I am just glad that I had the chance to be around you guys. You know, we weren't sure how long this whole thing was going to last, and if it was going to continue to go. And we both said to each other, Gutter and I, that when it became a thing where it was someone had to go, or there was, that's what we had to do, and we never were going to have a problem with that. I am going to miss you guys. My Tuesday nights are definitely not going to be the same. That's for sure. But and again, I'm definitely taking 2 months off. Go ahead.
There's a part of me that feels like if I just say, okay, Yank, you just go do whatever you got to do. Like in 2 weeks, he's going to come back and go, no, fuck that. I like my Tuesdays, and I don't give a fuck what the government or anybody fucking else says. I'm doing this shit, and this is what I want to do, and I can still love God and do whatever. And I can do this. I can still do this and do this. And that's what I'm hoping, but no pressure, Yank.
I know.
But I totally understand that isn't probably what's going to happen. So, but still, there's, that piece in the back of my head that says, he'll come back.
I mean, I have to struggle with that myself because it's become a habit, right? My Tuesday nights are a habit, and a good one, in a good way, a good habit. And the camaraderie that I feel when I come to here and I talk with you and talk with the people in the chat and people like Bobby and stuff, and off the show when I talk with other people, it's become a legit thing, and
you built a family here.
Yeah, and it's definitely. I'm not.
We're real people.
It would be so much easier if I had a fight with somebody to walk away, but I didn't. I'm having and it's an internal thing with me. So I have to, at this point, say I have to stick to my guns, and I'm going to be taking the 2 months off. And what I would like to envision is I could do what Bobby does when I can show up if I want to show up, and I can come on as a guest, and I can talk, and I can say hi and talk to everybody, and then I can go away again and not necessarily be back the next week.
No. You notice I don't get a following like that. I didn't build a family like you did, and I'm coming back because I fucking miss it. I have the itch, and I felt like I let a lot of people down. This is what I'm going to say. You two got to close out this show. I'm going to sign off. But before I do, I want everybody to join in. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Yank, for this time you've put in, this company you've kept, these people you've brought together. This one's for you. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For Yank's a jolly good fellow. We hope to see you back in 2 months.
Salud. Chin chin. Chin down.
To the last live cheers, as far as now, I'm going to sign off. You guys got to close this show. Thank you for having me. Thank you for all the time, all the content, all the people you brought together, all the perspectives. Thank you for you, Yank. You're an amazing person, and you're an inspiration, and you're a loved person in many people's lives, including mine. I love you like a brother.
Thank you, man.
So,
same here.
With that, I want you guys to close out this show, and that's it. And I'm gonna be watching. I love you both.
Right on. Peace,
Thanks,
man.
Bobby.
Thank you.
We love you. And earlier, I seen Andy, Portland Andy said, hey. So, hey, Andy.
Yeah. I saw Andy in there too.
So I do have to read these to you. So Blunt Man, he's like, so now Gigi gets during the week, and we see Yank on the weekends, where he lets us do all the stuff we can't do at Mom's house. and then wait. Up here, Sugar Britches said, where the fuck was it? That was funny. See, this is what I figured would get me through it, is all their comments to try to keep me. Oh, here we go. Sugar Britches said to David, Mom and Dad are separating, and we're discussing the custody arrangement.
Nice.
And the Chief said, yeah, oh, no, wait, that wrong one. Where was the other? David said wife finally got tired of his shenanigans.
Yep. That too. Oh my God, you guys are too much. See, I'm gonna miss the good natured ribbon sarcasm. I'm gonna miss it all, man. Damn. It's a big chunk. Big chunk.
Huge.
It's only one night a week, but it's hours, and it's so many people
that are always here.
Yeah. And I know so much about a lot of you guys' lives, like just little things you say, you pick up on, and
yeah,
gonna miss you.
the name ain't changed yet. I'll leave it that way for a couple weeks, just in case you decide to come back.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Gigi and Yank is getting a divorce. It's not like that, Chief. You don't really have to go with the D word.
Right. Oh, David, that's sweet. Thank you very much, man. He said
we're still going to be married. He's just going to be under the desk now.
Discord live chat after the show. Flat Chested is asking.
Oh, Jesus. You guys really want to make me cry, huh? I might be able to do that as long as you guys don't make me bawl.
Andy, I will see you on the flip side, man. Catch you on the flip flop. Absolutely.
Oh, and Andy Smith was here too. Howdy. I didn't say hi to him either. And Wesley said, you're the reason he comes here. So we're probably going to lose a sub, which I totally understand.
That, listen, don't do that. Don't do that, because you're going to find we have some incredible individuals within our group here that when they choose to come on, they always add good things to it. There's someone on here called Fly Crew who is also an amazing guy like Bobby, and has a lot of things to add and say. Chief is an amazing individual. Missy's great. Man, all you guys except for Black Sheep, he's never been on. So he figured tonight maybe he'd come on and say goodbye to me, but he doesn't love me, so he doesn't.
Come on, Tony.
One last, I know, Tony. Please
get your cojones.
Just come on.
Can't you change your voice? Like, change your voice. Stick, I don't know, a fucking towel over the mic or something, and then
come say goodbye to me, man.
Come say goodbye to him. Bobby said, Tony, time to show, kid.
Yep. Time. This is the time, man. Oh, you guys are Yank and Gutters kids. That's cute, man. Thank you. Yeah. It's been fascinating, man. The way we learned, right? I mean, think about how little we knew about anything.
Well, and we were kind of thrown into the fire. Neither of us really had intentions of doing it. And it was like, oh, shit. Well, I guess, all right, okay. And then you came along, and then it was like, yeah, okay. And so, I mean, it just kind of is really weird.
Yeah.
We are the YNG army.
That's right.
Bobby said.
That's right, man. I'm just retiring. Someone else is moving in. Someone else is being promoted. So go for it, man. Step in, step into the breach. And I'm serious. I can't tell you guys how serious I feel that each one of you has it within yourself and the strength within yourself to overcome whatever it is that stops you from really kind of putting your voice out there. Whether you think you can't do it, whether you maybe stutter, whether you, and you feel like you need to be prepared. It's not that hard, man. It really isn't. Once there's another face and you find somebody like I found with Gutter that you click and you can talk and you make a solid relationship with, it doesn't even matter whether you guys are here. When we started here, it was just me and her basically talking. That we had like nobody.
There was a few that had came on. In fact, I don't even think, a few of you are that are the actual OGs. But it's very few. I mean, because I think we had like 6 people or 8 people that would come on.
But not come on the show. They would just be talking in the chat, and we would have to try and stretch out a couple hours with 4 people or what.
Kaya used to come on a lot then.
Yep.
Remember?
And that's what I'm saying. You guys could all do it. Some of you have taken the risk of coming on the show and putting your voices out there and your faces and your thoughts on the screen. And that takes huge amount of bravery to do. And I think you're all capable of it. Some of you are so amazing. Blunt Man, you're incredible. You need to be doing your own things, son. You know? All of you guys, I think you should. And this way, it'll give us all more places to migrate to on different days of the week or different times. And your little circle of people you know within your own personal life will also help support you in what you're doing. And of course, we'll be there. And that you become a movement. That's how movements happen. This thing with us just talking on a Tuesday night is good. It's great, but it's not going to grow. And I never wanted this to grow into, I want to have 100,000 subscribers. I don't think Gutter did either. I don't think we ever wanted it to become this big gigantic thing where all of a sudden we were making money and spending money and all this kind of stuff. We just wanted to have a core group of people that we could talk to, and then it would kind of flourish and feed each other, and everybody else would kind of take off on their own wings and build their own little fortresses and their own little castles and have their own little groups of people, and we can share and trade and talk. And that's how you do it, man. That's how you take shit back. That's how the bad guys are doing it. We got to start doing it. And I believe in you guys, and you can do it. So please give it a try. If you have questions on how to do it, we'll gladly help you set up a StreamYard. It doesn't cost anything. You get, what is it, 20 hours free a month to do this?
Yeah.
It's easy. You don't even need the microphone. You can use the microphone on whatever the hell whether it's a computer or your phone, that's all you need. So give it a whirl, man. Try it. We'll support you. I know I will.
No, y'all got merch. It ain't going nowhere. Look at Bobby.
I know. I didn't even get a fucking merch shirt, and I'm out of here. That's a bummer. I'll have to maybe buy a shirt at least before they're canceled, because that was fun. No, I did not have to buy a mic to go live, Chief. Nope, did not have to. The mic, my laptop thing comes with a mic. Your phone comes with a mic. Stand the thing up.
I did buy a microphone. I didn't pay very much for it, but I did buy a microphone. It was cheap though.
Yeah, I think my microphone was like $40. You know, it's actually Japanese. I think Chinese is the name of it.
Yeah, mine's like Toner, Tonor. I mean, it's definitely not.
But yeah,
I mean, it's. I think I paid $25 for it, maybe.
Yeah, and see, like Chief just said, yeah, we're all originally came from Rick's Live. Most of us, 99% of us did, and that's what I'm saying. We came from there. We met here. We started our own thing. We started our own conversations. Now it's your turn. Do the same thing. And we can all still meet. We'll meet at your place sometimes. We'll meet at this place sometimes. We'll meet at Rick's place sometimes. Yeah. That's how it works.
Well, and that way too, you know, maybe because like Blunt Man, he always wants to be here, but sometimes he's working or, you know, and I know other people as well. They're working or they're listening while they're working. So if they can on another night when they're not working, if they can all get together on another channel, if we can all be on another channel, it's all the same people. We're just going to another channel where everybody can, you know, hang out together. I mean, who knows? I don't foresee me doing more than one live. There are going to be changes within the channel, though, and one of them is going to be again, Yank's trying to kind of come off social media, and I'm not letting him completely escape out of all of it because I'm not getting rid of our funny shit. So what I'd like to do is I'll leave those clips up and I'll take down all the videos, but I will make clips from each one of the videos of funny stuff that went on. It also keeps everybody from being, I mean, you're not out there so much where people can just see what's being said. And the other thing is if you can keep them down to an hour, not that I care that we get a bunch of people here, but I do want like-minded people here. So having like-minded people here is always a good thing. And if YouTube will push your video, then that's a way to get those people. And so, but if your videos are longer than an hour, they don't like to push them. So I'm not going to take down all of the videos. It's just that I am going to take down the video, the full video, the full lives, but I will put them back up in pieces because Yank is leaving, and there are things that we may have said along the way, and that you guys may have said along the way that people could misdrew
against you.
Yeah, and we don't really need that shit. So it's not that I don't want to be a fucking, the big terrible person or, trying to censor shit. But in a certain sense, I mean, this is part of the reason that Yank is fucking leaving is because of feeling like he has to be censored and because of what's going on. I mean, he doesn't know what's going to happen. And, something that we say online, we really hate to have it held against us. Shit, I know of a woman. In fact, just today, Portland Andy went to her court date. I didn't even tell Yank about this. She said a bunch of shit to other YouTubers and she became kind of a bully. And they literally arrested her ass because she didn't stop when the judge told her to. They arrested her ass, put her in jail, and she had to go to court today. And now she's got another court date. And shit. I mean, it's because she was just talking with people online and talking shit, and people, they took it the wrong way or the way she wasn't. I don't know. But anyways, needless to say, her ass is sitting in jail, which she probably, I mean, she sounds like she's a little on the crazy side, but aren't we all? But it sounds like there was some
to sound crazy.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, they can piece shit together and we really just don't need that.
That's right. And I mean,
and I get what you're saying, Bobby. The fight for speech starts with speech. It does, but you can't fight if you're sitting in jail. So it's really hard to fight from there.
Yeah. And I mean, look, guys, there's a lot of things about my life that I've shared with you, but there's also a lot of things about my life that you guys just don't know. And some of it is concerning to me. Some of the things that I've let slip I got to remember, I'm talking to the whole world here, whether I know it or not, whether they're, subscribers or not, whether they're you people or not. So people watch this show that I have no idea who they are. Our views point that out, so you got to be careful. Unfortunately, we live in a world where you got to be careful. And where I said some things, I mean, there are people on YouTube and social platforms that come right out and say that they are literally unhireable today. They can't get a job because a lot of the times the jobs today you go to look at or you go to interview for will check your social media. And if your footprint doesn't align, you're not going to get the job. So there's that. There's also, people come to your house. There's all kinds of crazy shit that can happen. But
we know we're not fixing everything. We know we know that this ain't fixing everything. Like Boatman said, just because you delete it, it doesn't. And I totally get that. It doesn't mean that the Wayback Machine doesn't have it sitting back there and they're holding on to it forever. I totally get that. We're just trying to make it a little less convenient for the dirty little fuckers that want to be dirty little fuckers to us. And so, not that anybody is, because nobody is, but it's just, we're just trying to close the gaps here, especially where Yank is, he's trying to pull back away from it. And so, you know, I have to respect that. And I have to protect him too. I mean, it's what he, you know, it's one of the things that would make him feel better in getting off of social media. So it's like I said, I will still put a bunch of the funny parts on. You'll still get to see a lot of it. And here's the other thing is, in all reality, they are over on Rumble. So if y'all just, I mean, let's be real. I'm not going to go over there and delete those ones because I don't think, and I know it means people can get them from there and do all that. And I get that. We all know how CommieTube is. So just remember, I mean, please don't, we're not trying to be, I mean, I really don't care if you think we're trying to coward anything or not. It's pretty obvious. I don't necessarily do things because of other people's opinions, but just understand that I will put up some of the videos. I will do cuts, and I'll hopefully can get Bobby and Fly and maybe a few of the others, a few guys to help me with that, or even like Yank said, he could help me with at least, you know, finding the spots that we could cut out, and then I can go and edit it. Because as we know, that shit takes a long time, and I'm not buying an editing app or that. I'm not doing it. So I'm just doing it off of YouTube, and that can definitely take a little longer than a nice editing app. So, but yeah, so I think, I mean, we'll be all right. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be way different. We're going to have to find, I don't know what the niche is going to be. I seriously don't. I don't know if I'm going to just try to handle it on my own. I think for the next couple of weeks, I am going to try to give it a shot, but I hope but you know me, that as soon as I get on, I'm like, all right, somebody get on here. Hurry the fuck up. Yep, this is what we're talking about. No, don't wait. Yeah, oops, I forgot to tell everybody hi. Oh, well, that's all right. So I will try to slow that down per the advice of my exiting host. So, but I still want to, you know, please make sure you come on and, you know, don't leave me hanging, because I'm gonna need the help. But I think, you know, and then we'll see it from there. If maybe it's a thing where, you know, like I said, I do a contest and we decide if there's somebody that, you know, because I do think it has to be, you got to be able to mesh well, and you got to be able, you know, or it might be a thing where I just have a new guest on, and, you know, I do think there is something to having a man and a woman on, as in partnership wise, just because I think it gives it two different aspects of what's going on. And but I still think it has to be, you have to be able to mesh well together.
Absolutely. I'm seeing people volunteering left and right. So you're going to be in good hands, Gutter. I have no problem leaving you in the hands of our wonderful, wonderful people, because, you know, like we've always said, without them, this would have never been a show, you know, and judging by the things they're saying, they're all here for you. So that's awesome. And they appreciate that I was here. So that's cool. All right. Well, what do you think, kid?
Well, I don't want to end it, but
I know. I don't really either, you know. I really don't, but I'd also don't want to keep talking about it, because it's kind of, it hurts. You know, and
which is why I think you decided that you wanted to do it at the end of the live versus the beginning of the live, because I knew you didn't want to put a damper on it, but I got to tell you what, it was hard enough going the week. Fuck it. Without going, I mean, like, I just wanted to hurry up and go, okay, this is what's going on. Hurry up, get it out of there. I mean, because, I had held all this shit in for a week thinking about it. And I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to deal with all this shit? I mean, I know it's not like a lot, but it is when you get on and trying to get the show going. And, a lot of times being on, sometimes it was like I would talk to you because we always called each other around my time, 12:30ish, and so we kind of pushed each other to, okay, no, I didn't really want to do this, but oh fuck, we're gonna do it. Okay, here we go. What are we gonna talk about? All right, and we would do our bitching about whatever, life, spouses, who knows, whatever it was, and then we'd talk about what we were going to talk about, and then we would get off and come back on in a few hours and before the show started. And so not having that there at 12:30 to go, I mean, yeah, there's a piece of it that you go, okay, well, I don't have to worry about that phone call. But on the other hand, I've already cut that out for my life every Tuesday, and so not having that push will be a little trying for me, because it'll be like, oh fuck, no, I really do got to do it. No, I can't be late. No, I can't, I mean, I really got to do it. So, I mean, not that it's any different than now. I mean, I'm here anyways, but I mean, just not having that backup and not having somebody to push in, make you do it. It can be a little overwhelming, but I'm sure I'll be fine, and I'm sure I'll get through it. I'm a big girl. And I'd say I can pull my big panties up, but I don't have any of those. So I'll just say that I can do it. I know I can, but.
I agree. I know you can.
But it's still going to be different.
There's always that thing too. You don't necessarily have to.
No, I know. And there is always that. But again, as of right now, I don't want to leave, because it is my Tuesday thing, and I do like coming and hanging, and it is just, it's my go-to. I mean, even like today where I had my grandson, normally I don't have him on Tuesdays. They kind of leave me, to my own demise on that day. And I might have my granddaughter because she'll come from school or whatever, but she can take care of herself. She's a big girl. So, but she came to get him, and she's like, oh, I forgot that it was your live. And I was like, oh, it's okay, but I mean, it was getting close. It was getting real close to the time. So there's, even my kids know that that's my time. And so now not having that, 12 o'clock and pushing me. And then of course with, not having it right before the live, being able to kind of push the stuff back and forth. And I mean, like I said, yeah, Wesley put it a good way. Yank's like the voice of reason. Like when I'm over here freaking out going, no, dirty motherfucker, Yank's over there going, okay, let me play devil's advocate. Fuck the devil. I don't fucking care about the fucking devil. So, and he's like, okay, Yank, got her, but chill the fuck out. So that will be, I mean, I'm going to be left to my own demise, and that could be crucial. So, and I mean, there's certain people, certain guys that if I have them on here, they'll just fucking push me to do more. I mean, can you imagine Tony? Holy shit, he'd just encourage me to fucking, yeah, do it all, fucking blow it up. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, so I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. We'll wing it for a bit.
Absolutely.
And Bobby, he's like, you said we all get boobies.
I'm not showing you my boobies. Maybe Gutter can show you hers. If Gutter shows you hers, I'll show you mine.
Marvin!
Sorry, guys. I'm not showing you my boobies. I am not going to do that. But what I will say is that I think we've probably reached the part of the show where it's time to go. I thought it was going to go on forever. But alas, that's not to be. So I guess all I can say is I'll see you all in the bottom of my glass. And I wish you all well. Thank you so much.
Bye, Yank.
And I'm going to play a little song on the way out because I think it's pretty appropriate. So give me a second. Let my phone do its thing. All right. Thank you, guys. Stick with Gutter and, help out. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be a show. And I'm going to stop my cam. And I'm just going to play.